Good morning, everybody. It's 7 a.m. on Wednesday, February 2nd. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see cloudy skies with a high of 73. Coming up on OTB, Shea Dixon of Go 24/7 talks National Signing Day at 7:30. Jimmy Burrow, father of Joe Burrow, joins the show at 8:30. And we talk to former LSU defensive lineman Andre Anthony at 9 a.m. You can follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. Or watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number 1 of Off the Bench, live from the Reese's Senior Bowl in Mobile, starts now.
Let we go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome, man. It is Senior Bowl, day 3. I feel like my voice is not representative of how we're feeling because we're feeling pretty good this morning, team, okay? You know, granted, yesterday was a bit with a who the owls and knife sword, the Eagles during the day type of deal. I've got a little big for our stomachs maybe there on day 1, but we bounced back, we recovered, and now after a full day of Jake having to watch a ton of practice. We got a Senior Bowl recap coming up. The news cycle is going crazy right now. NFL coaches being hired, names being leaked, NFL scandal. It's National Signing Day. We got Shea Dixon coming on to break that element down. The glorious return of Coach Jimmy Burrow. Very excited for that, man. Practice super fun yesterday. I have a new football crush that we will talk about at length. There's only one player that you should be talking about at this Senior Bowl, and I'll tell you who that is. But yeah, man, I'm feeling very good today, Jake. How are we feeling?
Feeling good as well. Practice was a lot of fun yesterday. Got a chance to see some actual football out there, and of course the practices were exactly what we thought they'd be. They were intense, and the weather held out for a little bit. Today, hopefully, they're able to get out there on the turf and not have to go indoor. It looks like Thursday they're going to be forced indoor as well. So yesterday might be the best actual practice to break down.
Damn, yeah. And we got Andre Anthony coming by. I saw him yesterday. It is, the football goth going around the air is just absolutely fantastic at these sort of things. I love it so much.
You are thriving in it.
Anytime anybody tells me anything that is not known, I immediately go tell 5 other people. I'm out here just trying to. But everybody is though, dude. Nobody loves to whisper like the NFL and college football circles. So there's a ton to get into today. YouTube.com/1045 ESPN. If you're watching there, hit the like button, share it, everything else. If you're listening on the radio, be safe getting into work today. Again, shout out to Custom Ecology Incorporated. We love being out here in Mobile. They sent us out here. Let's just go ahead and dive right into this very chock-full edition of headlines. All right, we'll start with National Signing Day. It is National Signing Day Part 2, Jake, and LSU is looking at 6 targets. You got your 5-star linebacker Harold Perkins, 4-star safety Jacoby Matthews, 4-star running back Javonte Citizen, 3-star cornerback Jalen Davis-Robinson, 3-star wide receiver Caleb Douglas, 3-star tight end Danny Lewis. Obviously, though, everybody's going to be looking at Harold Perkins throughout today.
Yeah, it's wild what this day is to what it used to be, and we all know National Signing Day is basically in what they call early signing period. But we talked with multiple head coaches yesterday. We had James Franklin, we had Luke Fickell, Dabo Sweeney, and Steve Sarkisian, and all but one said, it's not really a day for us. Luke Fickell said, we got our class in place. James Franklin said the same thing. Steve Sarkisian's like, maybe one guy, right, we're looking at, and Dabo went the complete opposite. He goes, no, it's a big day for the Tigers. That was his say. He's like, we only signed 13 guys in the initial window, which is not normal for us, so we're looking to sign maybe up to 10 players. But just talking to these coaches are in Mobile. Like, National Signing Day is tomorrow, and they're in Mobile. Like, Jim Harbaugh
that is weird.
Is like interviewing with the Vikings, and today's like National Signing Day. So it just what it used to be in the Bayou Bash and all those things. Now it's just another day, unless you're chasing it. If you're Florida, USC, Clemson, LSU, obviously, because you have a new coach. But if you don't have a new coach in place, it's really just one, maybe two guys.
Yeah, and let's. Well, I don't want to jump out of order. We'll continue to break sign day down. Really excited to see what Shea's telling us. And you're right. In context, it means more for LSU than it does a lot of these other schools today, given how they initially went. We got David Hellman walking up. There we go. Tigers' finest, Cowboys' finest as well. Boot up, Jake, or boot down, I guess you could say, as
Yeah, boy.
the LSU basketball team continues to struggle a little bit. Did you just have an awkward handshake, Rivers? I've gone through this quite a bit, though.
Well, y'all did like sort of the fist bump thing, and so then I wasn't thinking, and I just put my hand out, but he was doing, and then I
you
switched, and
yeah.
then he switched.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of awkward fist bump to.
You hugged
dab
someone.
of cheek. I straight up gave JJ, he's this young kid from Auburn, great little young journalist, love going on his show, but we don't know each other that well, and we got hit in like an awkward Yeah, I just hugged him. I mean, I just came in and gave him a big old bear hug, so I hope he enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
but I feel like that's really kind of your personality.
Yeah, maybe it worked.
I really think it works for you. Like, it'd be awkward if I did it, but I feel like for you, like the big grizzly bear, like, let me just give you a little big old hug here.
Anyway, though, and yesterday in basketball action, LSU were heavy favorites at home, but the offensive woes just kind of continue. They got in a real bad hole early on, down like 20 early. Now they fought back. They lose 76-72. But the slide continues a little bit here for LSU men's basketball.
No, it does, and you got your guys back. Are they fully healthy? No, they're not, but you got to figure it out. I mean, you're 16-6 now after the hot start that you had. Obviously, you gave yourself some room to kind of have this slide and still be able to make the NCAA tournament, but this was a tournament team a couple of weeks ago that some people say, could they find a way to the 1 line? Could they, find their way to the 2 line? I mean, actually, like 2 seemed like what they were going to get, and now, man, you're losing teams that you're better than, and obviously, Will Wade is someone that you trust that can get it fixed, but you can't continue it, man. You can't lose games at home to a team like Ole Miss. Like the other losses, we could sit here and we could point them out. It's like, okay, like I can figure out why you lost that team, some matchups, still good teams. Ole Miss not a good basketball team.
No, and the defense there, obviously, just got to find that stroke. We'll talk about it more. I don't know if this is just naturally my personality, Jake, or if I'm just trying to go against the grain. I would say be a little wary bailing too quickly on this LSU basketball team. Water finds its level, right? And maybe they're not the team that they thought they were, but I also think it's the old film rule. It's never as good as you think it is. Yeah. It's never as bad as you think it is when you actually watch it. I do think that it's not as bad as it feels.
This is their
right
first
now.
bad loss.
Yeah, and you get and maybe coupled I know TCU's good, but certainly in a game where you never really felt like you had to go into TCU either. I guess my overall point is, as they get healthier, they will get out of this rut. They will find that flow again. I'm just hoping that it lines up with tournament time and also the long-term future. I mean, we talked about recruiting yesterday. The long-term future of LSU basketball remains spectacular. And some big NFL news. Brian Flores is suing the NFL for discrimination, alleging that he was given a couple of sham interviews. One of the core points in all of this is that he was set to interview with the Giants, and Bill Belichick trying to be nice, which I guess is a side of Belichick we've never seen. I almost feel for him because you know how much he hates the media. I mean, we talked to Jeremy Hill about Belichick used to put up film cut-ups in the meeting room of people giving non-answers to the media, and now he finds himself smack dab in the middle as he texted Brian Flores thinking he was texting Brian Daboll saying, congratulations, you're the guy for the Giants job. Little mix-up. All of a sudden, Flores a little upset. He had an interview with the Giants tomorrow.
Wait a minute, hold up. Yeah. Like they're already decided, and I haven't even gotten there yet?
Yeah, which that would seem to qualify as a sham interview. Yeah. And so Flores, I mean, we'll talk about it more, but really putting himself out there. I mean, this is somebody who's very successful in his career taking a stand, and I'm going to be fascinated to see how it plays out. He also alleged that Stephen Ross, the owner of the Dolphins, offered him $100K per loss to try to
that's wild.
tank, which is
what are we doing here?
That's a bombshell in and of itself, and it's interesting because Brian, I think, playing it smart. There's a story in there about how Flores was basically trying to get him to tamper. They were trying to get in a big free agent quarterback, and it was technically against the rules. Flores didn't want to do it. Stephen Ross invites Flores to his yacht to come eat. Your boss invites you. Well, come to find out, Ross had also invited the quarterback they were after. As soon as Flores learned, he was like, no, bro, this is breaking the rules. I'm not going to let you, like, I'm not, I got to keep this. I got to keep my shit perfect. So you have no excuse to be like, oh, well, you did. And so he left the yacht before the dinner. And he said from that point on, he was deemed hard to work with. And that does kind of make sense in the context of how do you fire a coach that just gave Miami their first back-to-back winning season since 2003? Going 10-6 and 9-7. So really, I mean, this story is only going to continue to grow and continue to get bigger. And it's real interesting, too, for the time when the Saints are hiring a coach, and it looks like it's kind of just going to be Dennis Allen. Like, if you're the Saints, how do you convince people that you're conducting real interviews when you really think that maybe Allen's, like, the best choice?
And, Saints have brought a lot of people in, and I think the Saints have even surprised some people with how many people and who they've brought in as well, because I think a lot of us assume, like everybody we've talked to here, like you mentioned, like this is kind of the spot to get some gossip. I mean, every Saints insider that's here believes it's going to be Dennis Allen, but they have brought some people in that kind of interest you. So I don't know. Like there's a lot of teams, man. There's still multiple jobs open right now, which never happens this time into the Senior Bowl. Like I was talking with someone who's high up with the Bears, and he's like, normally when you come to Mobile, you've got your full staff. He's like, we don't have. Like, we just got a new head coach, and, like, we haven't even had a chance to meet with him, and we're scouting players. He goes, we're trying to do all that right now. He said, I can't imagine what these staffs that don't have a head coach, because what are you scouting? Because what if this guy's a 3-4 or 4-3 defensive guy? Like, are we out here? Are we going to go watch the outside backers? We're going to watch the defensive ends. Like, like all little things like that, because normally by this point you have everybody in place.
Why is it so I wonder, well, it's a deeper conversation than we have time for in headlines, but I wonder why the timing of this year is so funky in that way. Speaking of funky timing, Jim Harbaugh, I see y'all, don't worry. Jim Harbaugh going to be the next head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, it's being reported. It's second National Signing Day, and Michigan's coach was nowhere to be seen yesterday. He was not in the office on Tuesday. Per his report, he did not address the team, but he reportedly texted some goodbyes and thank yous on Monday. And I get that it's not done till it's done, but if you're not at your school on second National Signing Day, it feels like it's done, man.
I mean, there's coaches that were here yesterday that might not be at their school, but they're not interviewing for another job. So I completely agree with what you're saying. You said it before the show, and I've heard it over the last couple of days. I beat Ohio State. I'll holler at you.
Yeah.
Like, we did it. We got to the playoff. That's what we wanted to do. He's always, to me, been an NFL guy.
Yeah.
And his track record in the NFL is fantastic.
It is.
Like what he did for the 49ers. And, look, you want to go back to the place where you played. I get that. Like, if I'm anywhere and LSU offer me, I'm like, all right, I'm coming home. Like, that's just what it is. But you're an NFL guy. NFL, no recruiting, which, he bought into the recruiting. I'll give him credit for that. Sleeping at people's house and working out and doing all that deal. But look, he's an NFL guy. Whatever team he goes to, we can make fun of him all we want for being a college coach. He's a hell of an NFL coach.
So I know he has a great NFL coaching resume. I do wonder, though, are we going to get a bit of a change to Harbaugh? Because I'll never forget. I think the statute of limitations is passed on this little goth. But I was. It
didn't matter if he did.
So Jonathan Goodwin, who was a beast with the Saints back in the day, he was also the center on those three Niners teams that went NFC Super Bowl. And I did hear him one time talking about how, like, I never want to play another down for that man in my life. I think he rode those teams very hard. I wonder if that edge, because that's also what makes him great, so I don't know. But
that team was tough as hell, though.
And they were, and so it worked, right? It's kind of like how you talk to a bunch of old Les Miles players, we'll all complain about the practices and everything, but we were some tough teams. Like, you couldn't go toe-to-toe.
Now, I know it's tougher now maybe to do that than it used to be, but that's why that team was who they were.
Yeah.
I mean, Vic Fangio was the defensive coordinator, and I remember playing that team. And even when they were trying to figure it out, like the first year, I'm like, man, this team is tough as hell. Like, every player here is at full tilt every play. Special teams, first down, second down. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it was a team that the talent didn't match up with how tough they were playing in that first year. But then it quickly figured itself out, and then that's when they go on their run of 3 straight NFC championships and the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm going to be very I'm be intrigued because I feel like even on the college level we saw a lot of growth in Harbaugh here
Nick's
recently.
not fun to play for, but he's
yeah,
got a process that works.
Yeah, that's
so it's
completely
like
fair.
It's not going to be fun, but it's going to be productive.
And yeah, I mean, I kind of, yeah, I mean, the Vikings seem like a team that is close as well, and so
they've got
I'm
talent.
intrigued.
It's not far away. Like normally when you take over a job, now Miami's not either, but when you take over a job, normally you have to have a rebuild. You have to have that first year of kind of growing pains. Minnesota's got some roster pieces.
And some transfer portal news. It is official. Caleb Williams is headed to USC. You can kind of see the writing on the wall on this for a while, but the wild times continue in college football. If I was an OU fan, I think I would hate Lincoln Riley. I mean, he was recruiting on your dime. He bails. Didn't know you moved on. You got Venables and everything, but he really did do OU
You can still not be a fan.
dirty.
Yeah, you can still not be a fan.
He did OU pretty damn dirty in how this all went down. Recruits bailing on the class soon as leave, but now the actual 5-star quarterback choosing to leave and follow his coach to LA.
It's no surprise. I mean, there was other schools. LSU was in it, it seemed like, for a while. There's no surprise here. He was always going to go to USC, right? That's just inevitable. So, I mean, it was news, I guess, across the wire yesterday, but not really news to anybody that was following this. So, yeah, Oklahoma fans, man, the chosen child, Lincoln Riley's probably never getting out of that doghouse.
Yeah, that is true. I forget about that, too. It does come with the context of him being kind of that chosen one to follow up on Stoops. And then finally, a little bit of Washington football team news here. It appears that Joe Theismann may have accidentally leaked the name. Now, he never said this was going to be the name, but he mentioned the name the Washington Commanders. And there actually is some signage that I saw some, telescope, paparazzi-esque pictures of that would maybe support it being the Washington Commanders, which, whatever. I like the football team, but I get that they maybe couldn't keep that. And I'm sure that Commanders will grow me to a point where I don't really care, but it is impossible not to feel like it's just the most NFL 2K create a team name that I've ever heard of right now.
With a shield logo with a star.
It sounds very XFL.
Yes, it does.
Very,
exactly.
and I love the XFL, but
and I don't know how you I don't know why that is. How do you name a team and have it not sound that way? I don't know, but the
because even in baseball, the Cleveland Guardians feels like an XFL team.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Maybe we're just also set in our ways that it's hard to accept a new team name. Maybe,
but I like
maybe
Washington
any
football
team name.
I did like football.
Maybe any team name now, a brand new team name, would sound
That's what I'm
made up
saying.
to us, like an XFL team.
If it was we're going to be the New Orleans Saints, like a Catholic thing. Okay, I don't know. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt here, but whatever.
I saw somebody on Twitter say, look, do y'all think y'all would have been excited when it was named the Chicago White Sox or the Boston Red Sox?
Okay.
That's a very excellent point.
That's a good point. But maybe that's also a point that you could have gone with something a little more mundane and maybe when it felt so kind of fake. But we'll see. Washington Commanders maybe going to be in the NFL. All right, when we get back, we're going to recap Senior Bowl Day 1, starting again National Signing Day. We got Shea Dixon coming up at 7:30. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button. Hell yeah, we got a lot of y'all in there already. Keep sharing it, getting people out here. And, we're going to just be here live in Mobile, day number 3 here on Off the Bench. Keep it locked.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger. In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
Bayou Ford has 0.9% for 60 months on new Ford F-150 plus $1,000 bonus cash. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. And right now, get $1,000 bonus cash plus 0.9% APR for 60 months on new 2021 Ford F-150. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Ochsner.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
For a Wednesday edition of Early Line, as we recap LSU versus Ole Miss in basketball and keep looking ahead to Super Bowl 56 between the Rams and the Bengals. Early Line, 2 to 3 p.m., 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live from the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl, presented locally by CEI Custom Ecology Incorporated. All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
All right, so the same way that we were describing the peaks and valleys that this LSU basketball team is going through, I've gone through a few peaks and valleys already with the Washington Commanders. We heard the name. It is now official. The logo has been released, and the logo is actually kind of cool. Nice little, cool W. They got, a little coat of arms almost with their Super Bowls and everything, and that's great. And then I just saw the jerseys, and these will be the ugliest jerseys in the NFL. If what I am looking at right now, and Danny, I'll put a link in the in the chat. We don't want to spend too long here, but it's in the bottom of the 715 segment. These jerseys are hideous, aggressively bad. So I don't want to go too much. Maybe it's not real. But the logo and stuff looked pretty cool in my opinion. We'll see. Sorry, Jake. Let me turn you up there.
It doesn't feel real.
Yeah, like it looks so bad that I don't want to run too hard with it in case it's not real.
Right.
But then it's not a graphic though.
Yeah.
It's a picture
That's
of
true.
an actual
That's true.
jersey, which
hey,
is
Kenny Pickett just walked by. I bet you want to go measure hands with him.
yeah, so apparently Kenny Pickett, the goss on the street is that people are talking about 8 1/4 inch hands potentially.
So I was talking with a couple of Senior Bowl execs, and they were talking about, well, he's double jointed in his thumb, and he's going through hand therapy to be able to stretch it and get it to straighten out a little bit so he can get 9 inches.
Yeah. I mean, that, look, man.
And he wears 2 gloves.
I know that, and everybody points it out.
So a lot of people are real concerned about this.
So, but here's the deal. This is pseudoscience. It is like beyond proven that there is no correlation between fumbles and hand size. Now, Kenny Pickett does have a lot of fumbles, okay? And that's but no. But this is a correlation causation argument here, okay? Just because he has a lot.
I'm not saying,
like,
but
no, I'm just saying it's not because of his hands. He just fumbles.
It could be that.
No, but it's not. That's proven to be not true.
Yeah,
There's
but
so
if he
much
has a
data.
lot of fumbles, maybe his issue is because he's not even 9 inches.
No. He may be 9 inches by the combine. You don't know. Okay, give
The
my
hand
boy,
you're right.
What if someone just flipped on right now? What a weird, contextual thing. So my question is this.
But my thumb doesn't go straight out either, and I still got 10 and a half.
I don't think you're trying to squeeze out any extra out of those freaking bits.
The thing is that he's doing this therapy to possibly extend. That can't be good for you, right? It makes me think of those medieval machines that they would put people on and to stretch them out.
Yeah, it's like the inverse of Chinese foot binding, where they used to break women's toes and feet to make them
Corsets,
tiny and petite.
You know, but I get it, but that sounds painful. And then does that change everything he does if his hand size is?
And so, what is the common denominator in all of this? People whose natural attributes are at odds with unfair and unrealistic societal expectations. Okay? So you same people that are sitting here blaming his small hands with fumbles, you would be Chinese foot binding poor little Chinese girls back in the day. That's messed up, dude. So you're wrong for that. You're wrong for that. If he fumbles, he's just got a fumbling problem. It has nothing to do with the hands. What else stood out to you, Jake, in day one of the Senior Bowl? How did you think the quarterbacks look since the Saints, Saints are kind of in the quarterback market a little bit?
Kenny Pickett did have some nice throws. Desmond Ridder actually was more accurate yesterday than I thought maybe he would be. Carson Strong from Nevada, the wind was howling a little bit, and he couldn't push it through that wind. So that's obviously it is wild. So I was doing a show with Mark Dominic, who used to be the Tampa Bay general manager,
That's
and
really cool.
he pointed that out. And I'm like, I didn't even notice it because his ball, he'd throw it out of his hand and it had some good juice to it, and then it would just kind of die. And he's like, I understand it's windy, but when we're scouting these guys, we look for once it gets to a certain point in the air, if it keeps its spiral, if he's pushing it through the air, or if his ball just isn't tight enough to be able. I was like,
is that a spin rate thing?
I don't know, but
I
was like, y'all look like that. And he goes, yeah, absolutely. It's like a metric that we use. I'm
Damn.
like, that's wild.
I mean, I can't imagine.
So I said, so did the Bills just close their notebook on him?
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
for real, dude. And to be fair, that is what messes with the quarterback more than anything is win. So if you can succeed there, then that's going to get you huge brownie points. Yeah, probably pretty
Zappy,
cool.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Zappy from Western Kentucky had a really good day.
Quarterback?
Yes.
Oh.
He was the one that started at Houston Baptist.
Okay.
Transferred there. Broke Joe's record this year.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
He had a nice day.
I will say we were watching the one-on-ones. I was teaching Rivs kind of what to look out for. And as I was watching the O-line, I fell in love with one man. And it was number 69, Cole Strange. I think he went to UT Chattanooga.
Yep.
I love saying UT Chattanooga.
Yep.
UT Chattanooga.
We were looking at the helmet, and we were like, what is that?
Yeah.
Well, at first I was like, is that dude a deep snapper?
Y'all remember when Dan Mullen was talking about Nick Fitzgerald? He's like, you know who offered him? Us and UT Chattanooga.
Exactly.
That's what I think of every time.
But so this guy though, Cole, at first is he deep because he's a little undersized, and he's just a throwback, man. He had no gloves on. He had the crossbar face mask, not a sweatband or brace in sight. And I could just.
Did he have his jersey up where his belly was showing?
No, he didn't have his jersey up. No, he doesn't really have a belly.
He's not a
He's
big
not fat.
guy.
Yeah, he's not that big, but he is just. You can tell he's a pass blocking beast. He was going off
no
in one-on-ones.
Yeah.
And I told Rivs, she was like, "What's the big deal? No gloves." I said, "Find me one other player without gloves in this field right now. Not one.
Even Kenny had him on.
Not one.
Yeah,
other,
he was like maybe quarterbacks, but like
nobody else. It's because you feel naked out there
Yeah.
without gloves on, and this man is killing it during one-on-one.
there's
So
no question.
if you're watching the practices, you're coming out here, look for number 69, Cole Strange. Big fan. He made a huge impression, and he's actually like
It's
pretty,
the only
pretty
note
good.
T-Bob took.
Yeah.
In his notebook yesterday.
I was
he
walking-
wrote number 69 in quotations, or no gloves.
Yeah,
no gloves.
I was walking around with a football notebook trying to look like a scout, like I was actually taking things in. But it was a lot of fun team practice.
Playlist from practice really quick.
Oh, yeah.
I need to give a shout out to whoever who is the 35-year-old was who made that playlist, because it was every rap song I ever listened to in college.
Fireman.
I just know that all the
Fireman.
22-year-olds out there trying to get like hyped up were listening to Lil Wayne being like, what is this song?
Yeah, no,
They probably have to be a little careful. His sound system was great.
Yeah.
Jim goes, yeah, we actually have a sound system at this stadium. We can like play music and do the whole deal.
Hey, shout out
That was
to
a nice stadium, by the
I'm
way.
about to say, USA, shout out to South Alabama, great stadium.
It was.
And I got love for Lad Peoples, but it's new. It's really nice. And
Perfect size.
Shout out to walk-ons, man. They're moving up in this thing. Everything at practice branded with walk-ons. That was kind of cool to
They're
see.
the official practice sponsor of the
Yeah,
Senior Bowl.
I mean, do the math, y'all. Okay, no gloves, crossbar face mask, number 69. Like the ultimate meathead type of guy. Yeah, the guy who's like, oh, dude, look at this. Look at my number. And I love him. And I think he's going to be he's been on the tip of a lot of people's tongues. Okay, let's go to break. And when we get back, we're going to have Shea Dixon on. We're going to talk National Signing Day. What will Harold Perkins do? Well, LSU gets its first 5-star of the class. Recently decommitted from A&M. We'll talk to Shea Dixon about it next here on OTB.
Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org, 925-8552, 925-8552. They've been at it for nearly 50 years, 5-0, y'all. How do you stand the test of time over 5 decades? It's because people are consistently satisfied with the product that you're giving them. And that means from all angles, right? How easy it is to set up, the quality of the work, the flat rate pricing structure, the great warranty once the work is done. The bottom line is that Central Plumbing, if you have any plumbing issues, don't think twice. 925-8552, centralplumbing.org.
Not only in those issues, of course, they can handle those issues, but also if you're looking for a remodel, if you're looking to upgrade your bathroom, they can do that for you as well. And if you're looking to update your home with a tankless water heater, that was something I would highly always encourage, especially if you've got little ones. So go get it checked out. Get that tankless water heater installed today. You can check out all the information at centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org.
Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has new Jeep Gladiator Rubicons in stock with $2,000 off MSRP. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million-mile warranty. And right now, get $2,000 bonus cash on new 2021 Jeep Gladiator. Shop now at BayouCDJR.com. The crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All Star Toyota today.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Le posso offrire un caffè? Le posso offrire un caffè? Andiamo insieme da me, non c'è.
Call Mr. Electric today for electrical repairs, upgrades, and installations.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there.
Moscona inviting you to join us for Wednesday's Hump Day AFR presented by Pluckers. It's National Signing Day. We'll recap the madness and we'll recap LSU, Ole Miss, and hoops. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much.
Live from the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl, presented locally by CEI Custom Ecology Incorporated. All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Shout out Custom Ecology Incorporated getting us out here at the Senior Bowl live in Mobile. It's been a ton of fun, but right now, let's go back to Baton Rouge where we got our guy Shea Dixon to go247.com. It is National Signing Day Part 2. Like Jake said, a day that doesn't mean a lot for a ton of schools, but does mean a lot for LSU. A few very clear targets on the board. Shady, what's going on, man? Have I missed any breaking news thus far today?
No, you've missed nothing unless I missed it. I don't think you're behind on anything. But it sounds like y'all are having fun over there. And I think I heard that was also like almost one of those. Was that a Niner moment? Did you do a part deux and a part two lazily combo there? Is that what I was doing?
I have no idea. I can only think about Hot Shots Part 2. And so when I think about the second National Sign Day, that's a joke that I cannot escape. But look, Shea.
Hey, don't sleep on that Tommy Boy reference he just laid out there too. Well done, Shea.
I actually didn't catch it, so that's on me. That's on me. Hand up, Jake. That went over my head. My bad. Now I feel like I ruined everything.
You did.
I apologize, Shea. It was a great joke, apparently. You know what? I have nothing. Harold Perkins, 5-star. LSU is without a 5-star in this class. Harold Perkins, top linebacker in the country. We all know the story. NOLA native Katrina forced him out. He was committed to A&M. He decommits recently, goes the official to LSU. What are you expecting from Harold Perkins today?
Well, I think the Harold Perkins kind of theme has been to expect the unexpected. There was, throughout the process, everybody always said, look, he could end up doing anything, going in any different direction in the end. I think that could still be the case, but my pick is on LSU, and I didn't think I would say that at this stage. In fact, I'm a bit surprised I am saying it, willing to say it even in more places and loudly here on radio where everybody can see it. And if I'm wrong, I'll look like an idiot. But I think LSU is going to end up getting Harold Perkins, and that'll be number one linebacker in the country, like you said, a 5-star, which they don't have a consensus 5-star in the class right now during this sort of transition period. A lot of top 50 guys between Walker Howard and Will Campbell and being in on other guys, but haven't popped that 5-star yet. Perkins would be one of them.
With MailChimp,
He committed to A&M earlier this month, or I guess in January at the All-American Bowl, and then a couple of weeks later backed off that commitment. We don't see that happen a ton. Like if you announce at a bowl game, one of these All-American Bowl games, you usually end up signing in February at that school. It doesn't look like that's going to happen today. Now, look, A&M has been on a war path in the NIL era right now, and they're putting together one of the best classes of all time, and you got to keep an eye on him, but I still keep circling back to Perkins being a New Orleans native. He's moved to Houston, but still has tons of family here. He's always been high on LSU, always spent time on campus, would wear the LSU gloves to play his games on Friday nights. And I think he's enjoyed keeping people guessing, which is why he hasn't always talked up LSU as much as you would imagine for a kid who spends that much time around campus and his buddies with guys in the class and all that. But I think they've done a good job here. Look, even Coach House, who was with the Chiefs, through the weekend until they faced up against Joey B, but he's your next linebackers coach, right, in D.C. So over the weekend, I guess it was Saturday, so this should have been the day before the conference championship games, he's on a Zoom call with Harold Perkins and going over everything on his visit with, look, this is how we're using you, and sort of no stone was left unturned when it comes to pushing for Perkins, and I think that they were impressed by that. And I'll go into his, I think he announces at 3:30, so we've got to wait pretty much all day. But I wake up this morning feeling pretty good about LSU's chances.
All right, Shea, so if they're able to land him and they're able to maybe even get one more guy, and then you kind of couple that with what they did in the early signing period and what they've done in the transfer portal, how would you kind of consider Brian Kelly and the recruiting effort since he took over if you put in those transfer guys, considering how late he took over?
Well, I think that's the big thing is you look at the transfers, and that's what changes everything. Now, look, they'll be in it on Jacoby Matthews today, the top uncommitted player in Louisiana. I think that's an LSU A&M battle, and we'll have to wait till 6 p.m. to hear about that one. But if they end up, let's say there's 6 guys on the board, let's say they get, half of them, 2 or 3 of them, as you noted, that's a solid stretch, especially if one of them's a 5-star in Perkins, especially if another is a guy like Matthews, who's your top in-state talent. So from that perspective, you felt like you did all right here on the second signing day, and you look at it through the lens and reality of all these other coaching staffs, by and large, are recruiting these kids for a couple of years. That's just how it is when you're in recruiting. Well, this staff has been recruiting all these kids for a month, so it's not a shock that you're not going to close everybody and you don't pull a clean sweep, and however you might want to phrase it. But you look back at them holding on to those 13 guys in December, and then them adding 12 guys out of the transfer portal. That's a full 25-man class right there. And now you're starting to build onto it today. You'll still have some spots available, in the spring or moving forward into the spring for the transfer portal as more guys enter. So I think they've done about as best you can to try to rebuild the roster immediately in terms of the short term. Like, how can we at least field a team next year that's going to be competitive compared to the team that walked on to the field at the Texas Bowl with 39 scholarship guys. And I think they've gone a long way towards doing that. And toss in, look, Ali Gay's coming back, Jay Ward, Micah Baskerville. I'm sure I'm leaving out some guys, but you go up and down that list and you start to feel a good bit better about what year one could be. And I've been the main one saying everybody needs to, pump the brakes. If you want to see progress, win one more game than you did a year ago. Get to 7-8 wins, and you'll feel good about it. And I think they're setting themselves up to where they'll be more competitive than I anticipated, and that's probably a good thing for LSU fans.
Yeah, it's exactly what Brian Kelly said during that bowl game interview, right? He talked about building a transitional class through the portal. It goes back to how Mel Tucker did at Michigan State, and look at the benefits therein. So they've done a really good job. Shea, I know you're crazy busy, so we're going to let you get out of here. On the way out, tell people where they can find all your work today, where to keep it locked, and if there is some piece or something that we didn't touch on that you want to get out there, just go ahead.
Yeah, well, I think that Javonte Citizen winds up at Auburn. They're running back out of Lake Charles. That's going to be my guess. And we'll watch what Danny Lewis out of Westgate does, the tight end that sort of everyone got in on late. I know that Bama feels good there. But this morning, I think things kick off with a domino dropping LSU's way. Jalen Davis Robinson out of Waxahachie, a cornerback. But he's got elite track speed. I mean, this is a kid who's got a couple of 10.5, 10.6 100-meter times. He's got some really impressive 200-meter times, and they need corners. So I think the first domino to drop today in that 9 o'clock hour will be for LSU, is my guess. I feel good about Perkins, and we'll see if they can close with Matthews at the very end of the day, and then I think you would call it a success. But we'll be covering it all on Go 24/7, or I'll be on Twitter, or I'll be around on radio shows here on the network. So, yeah, just I don't think you'll be able to avoid me today for all the people who don't want to.
As it should be.
We don't want to, Shea.
No, and that's why if you ever want to see Shea, just go to Superior, and it's almost a guarantee that he'll be there. Shea Dixon at Shea Dixon.
Yeah, that's after the Jacoby Matthews announcement, right? That's
exactly.
Oh, okay, yeah. You got to go after
Shea.
6 p.m. tonight. Then, go get
He's
a
man of principle, okay?
Shea Dixon, the man. Shea, thank you so much, man.
All right, bye, boys. Love y'all.
All right, love you, man. Shea Dixon, working for 247. Okay, bro, so a little bit of a big drop there. We got my guy Dylan Sanders walking by right now. But how about it, dude? Shea feeling pretty confident. Like, it's interesting. He started the Harold Perkins answer with expect the unexpected. Yeah. But I'm going to put myself out there, and I feel like he's going to LSU.
And I don't really feel like Shea does that a ton.
No.
Like, not kind of like the way he just did. So that is big news. Look, it's obvious. Like, it's an obvious statement. If they get the 5-star number 1 linebacker in the country, it's a good thing. So it would be huge. And I think that's why I asked him the question. I think what they've done, considering what they had and what they lost whenever you had a new regime there, add it with the transfers. Now, if you didn't have the transfers, it would be a different conversation, but that's the world we're in college football. So you go get a 5-star and you go get another Jacoby Matthews, that's a hell of a day.
Yeah, and I mean, and then just look at, the linebacker pitch from LSU is very strong right now. They have a lot of just look at around the NFL, right? Like, there are middle linebackers all throughout the league right now that cut their teeth at LSU. And how about that? I think I missed a little detail in it. So he said that Matt House was on Zoom talking to Perkins like during championship week, like kind of.
That's what he said, yeah.
Yeah. So House already locked in. Even though he's still been with the Chiefs, obviously already kind of making some headway on the LSU side of things, laying out the visions for Perkins. That's really big, man. And so we'll learn at 3 p.m. today, and then Jacoby Matthews at 6 tonight. And like Shea said, maybe the cornerback Jalen Davis Robinson, he's going to be signed in at 9 a.m. And so we'll be bringing you the news as it breaks, if it breaks, when we are on air. All right, when we get back, let's go ahead and close out hour number 1 of Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to therelaxationcompany.org, therelaxationcompany.org. The website's incredible, y'all. You can see everything that they have to offer, and let me be painfully clear, it's a lot. Like, there's so many different types of massages you can get, but it's not just massages, Jake. The CryoSkin packages, they got some great specials running in February, and for massages, they got some great February deals. But CryoSkin, if you're thinking about, like, you want to get like a facelift without surgery, there's a cryo treatment for that. You want to freeze your love handles off, literally lose inches off of your waist? Sounds great. I agree. You can do that at therelaxationcompany.org.
Go to TRC Massage. You'll see all the specials, like including the Valentine's Day special, 10% off gift cards and retail items. That is in-store only, and it's valid through February the 19th. So, again, that's why we gave you the Instagram page. It's always updating with specials. You can also book your appointment, TRC Massage, and always therelaxationcompany.org.
We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
these challenging times, we know your healthcare needs don't stop. Cancer, accidents, injuries, and heart disease are relentless. So we are relentlessly innovating to keep you safe, both virtually and in person, connecting you with providers remotely, advancing clinical spaces, providing rapid and accurate testing, social distancing, and certified cleaning protocols. We are Auctioner, and we will not slow down. Auctioner Health, innovating healthcare.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Jimmy out for Game Time, presented by Bet Rivers, Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. from City Slice Pints and Pizza near campus, just outside the north gates of LSU. Game Time, presented by Bet Rivers on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live from the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl, presented locally by CEI Custom Ecology Incorporated. All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back to Off the Bench, closing out hour number one here. Jake, very interesting from Shea Dixon there, the Harold Perkins news. Definitely hope that he, I hope that we'll be celebrating him committing here in a little bit. It'll be a big win on multiple levels, not the least of which is Matt House, the new linebacker coach, already getting his big player. You know what's funny, Jake? And I kind of want to talk about this a little bit next hour because Lane Kiffin was very upfront about this in the media. But there's a lot of chatter around these parts about the war chest that A&M is putting together. The oil money, just
even from like the other big dogs.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. That's the point, I guess. You're right. Not, this is not Pitt or somebody talking about that. This is some of the other big schools saying A&M's even just kind of on another level right now with all this stuff.
I mean, Lane Kiffin kind of came out. He's like, are they going to have a luxury tax on all the money that they're spending in recruiting?
Okay, so that's something I kind of want to get into next hour, and maybe it could be our Citizens Bank and Trust poll question of the day. Like, does college football need to explore the idea of a salary cap? Now, it is interesting, though, and Jake, you could help me out here, because from a baseball standpoint, I mean, we've seen it time and time again. There is no cap, but
you pay the luxury.
Yeah, you pay a luxury tax, and maybe you end up doing something like that. But I guess my point is, in baseball, the highest paid teams don't always win.
A lot of times they don't.
Yeah, like in fact, like it's actually more of the exception of the rule that the highest paid team wins. So maybe you let the market shake out, maybe you kind of handle itself naturally a little bit, and then if you do try to put a cap, I don't know how that works with like the players who already have deals. I don't exactly know how it's going to play out, but I just thought it was very interesting that everybody's kind of talking about it right now, and and then Lane Kiffin gave about as open and honest a take on this situation as you will ever see, which I guess is, that's part
kind
of the
his
course with Lane.
I mean, he's been on a heater. He's been going after, Brian Kelly. Now he's going after A&M. And so that's just kind of what he is. But you're right. I mean, it's not just him. I mean, it's multiple people.
He went after Kelly, and then Frank had his back. And then Lane, and I think in a tribute to Off the Bench, actually tweeted grinding with players. So Lane, he was seeing right what
he was
we
locked
were
in that
seeing.
day.
Yeah, he was seeing what we were seeing. Also, I do want to ask you, how's our boy O doing, dude?
He was doing good.
Great yesterday.
He was doing good. Saw him yesterday doing good, looked refreshed, had a smile on his face the entire time.
Yeah, so we'll talk about all this and more coming up next hour. We got Would You Rather Wednesday. We got the glorious return of Jimmy Burrow as well. Keep it locked on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, okay? And that will link to your account on DraftKings. So if you want to do Showdown Fantasy and everything, that's your DraftKings. Got the DraftKings Sportsbook app. That's where you can get your gambling on. And look, they got great. I mean, it's all over the place, right? Whatever you want to bet on. There's people betting on first half basketball overs that are sending me tweets. I mean, it is
ping pong
wild right now. And there's all kind of great promotions and everything that you can take advantage of, win some easy bets, build up a little nest, and then just have some fun this baseball season, this basketball season. Shout out DraftKings.
Yeah, download the app. Start to learn the app. Kind of look at it. Check out your options. I had someone that didn't know you could live bet. Yeah, you can in-game live bet because obviously there's a starting line. That line can move whenever you get into any live bets. So download the app, Sportsbook and the Daily Fantasy app. Learn them, kind of go over them, and then you're going to have a lot of fun, man. You put a parlay together. You can do whatever. Again, download both DraftKings apps in the App Store today.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has new Jeep Gladiator Rubicons in stock with $2,000 off MSRP. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. And right now, get $2,000 bonus cash on new 2021 Jeep Gladiator. Shop now at BayouCDJR.com. The crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, Hunt, and Hill, the early line. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
If home is where the heart is, a roof is a shield. That's why for over 25 years, South Louisiana always turns to Garcia Roofing and Sheet Metal. For more information, visit GarciaDidMyRoof.com.
Service Master Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
There it is, the extra mile. on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. on Wednesday, February 2nd. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see cloudy skies with a high of 73. In case you missed hour 1 of the show, you can now catch that up at the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. Coming up on OTB, Jimmy Burrow, father of Joe Burrow, joins the show at 8:30, and we talk to former LSU defensive lineman Andre Anthony at 9 a.m. We also have a new edition of Would You Rather Wednesday coming up. You can follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, or watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Reese's Senior Bowl in Mobile, starts now.
Let we go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
Damn, that video that you just showed me, Jake. Bruce Pearl wasn't playing any games last night, man.
That is a fantastic video. So the old, Karate Kid crane kick move that Alabama's, receivers were doing, and everybody kind of was doing it. He not only did it, he danced with it, did a little twirl. Then he grabs the broom out of the crowd because they swept Alabama in basketball this year. Buy into it, man. Lean into it. Absolutely.
It was actually kind of fun being in Mobile for a big Alabama-Auburn basketball game. Went to Hero Sports Bar last night. Got to have my boy Joey Molinaro. And, while we were there, that game was going on, and the people were going crazy. Also, these Auburn fans especially were just going wild like they were in the stadium. And I could sense a little bit of – I don't want to say desperation, but very much I think Auburn realizes, this is us. Like, this is what we have. Like, we truly are a basketball school now because it doesn't feel good on the football side of the equation right now.
It feels actually horrible, I think.
All the rumors going around is that, like, everybody doesn't like Harsin. Coaches quitting, walking away after just being hired. It's so crazy. You spent this $70 million price tag to shift over, and then you end up with
a worse record. You get Zach Calzada in the transfer portal. All the quarterbacks in there, you get Calzada.
And so yeah, I get it, man. So Auburn, they got to lean into what they can, and Jabari Smith and Kessler are some freaking animals, and they handled Alabama last night. The LSU game, I didn't get to watch quite as closely as I wanted. I got to watch the beginning and a little bit of the run in the second half, but this is an LSU team right now, Jake, that just feels like offensively. It's the old Always Sunny meme. The economy's in shambles, right? The offense is in shambles right now. And again, I'm bullish. I am bullish on this team. Okay, I think that water finds its level. I think that they're going through some things right now, but I think that they will even out and they will get back to being closer to the team that started the season than where they're at now. But I do think you have to be patient. I guess my only deal is, dude, people. Am I being sensitive, or are people, or maybe it's not, maybe it's objectively earned, but it does feel like people are hopping off the bandwagon pretty quick here. Like there's a lot of like, woe is me, sky is falling, like the world's over.
It felt like that after the first loss. It felt like that after the second loss. I mean, it's kind of just felt like that throughout this process. But you're bullish on this team. I'm bullish on Will Wade. I'm a big believer in Will, and I think Will can get it figured out. And when we were talking with Coach Mulkey, really at the beginning of the season, I think they had a nice couple of wins, and then she was like, look, our team is going to go through a slump, but I feel like that slump's going to make us our best in March.
Of course, Coach Mulkey with
like she said that.
Just super wise saying that's so
So,
correct.
it really feels like this team has that ability. Is it concerning? Yeah. I mean, you can't pump sunshine into what it's been over the last couple of weeks, right? But still, like, what they've been with the same people. It's the same group that beat Kentucky. It's the same group that beat Tennessee, right? You have that ability. You went through the injury bug. Everybody does. How healthy can you get for the stretch run? That's going to be important. Not a lot of people had them in the SEC championship game a year ago, but what they do, they got hot at the right time. They found their way, and they're a tip in at the buzzer away from winning the SEC. So, I mean, this is a team that you still got to have a lot of faith in. They can figure it out, and just because of the track record. Right, this is Will's second year, whatever, but they've done it before. They got to get healthy, and they've still got to play better. They got to figure some things out. Even defensively. Defensively, like TCU did some things that they'd not done to anybody else. And you were going into that game the best defensive team in the country. Ole Miss, they scored over 70 on you as well. Before those two games, nobody had scored over 70.
Yeah.
So you've got to get that figured out because that's who you are. You're not a great offensive team, which is fine, but you were an elite defensive team, and you're not being elite defensively right now, and that's why they're losing games.
See, I mean, look, we got here. I'll just read some comments from the chat. This basketball team is bad. Reed's softer than Sharman. Pinson needs to be on the bench. Call LSU basketball team the Heartbreakers. Defense is in shambles right now. Look, I don't necessarily think these things. I mean, I get feeling this way, but again, don't run too far with it, or you're going to end up with egg on your face. I believe, at least. Also, there is also the other part about all this in which the long-term future continues to look really damn good as Will Wade is killing it on the recruiting trail. So I know things are dark, right? And I know things are getting – if we were in the foxhole right now, there's a little fear spreading through the trenches. Some guys want to run. They're ready to pack it up and go home. No, we got to hold the line. The General's going to be just fine. This LSU basketball team, I believe, is going to be just fine. We will see. Who do they have next? Mara, Danny, does anybody know? We can look it up here in a minute. Disappointing on the basketball front, but I think they're going to be okay there. What do you think about what we were just kind of touching on at the end there, Jake? This Texas A&M class.
Real quick, they have at Vandy, at Texas A&M, and Mississippi State in their next 3 games.
Okay, well, the State's game, the definite potential get-right game. Not a lot of threat there. I
have a wedding to go to that day, or else I'd check that one out. But
I can't remember I can't remember what our record is, but we were pretty much we're similar. We are similar.
Do you even know if Mississippi State's good at basketball this year?
That's what I'm just telling you.
You think?
No, our records are very similar.
Mississippi State is 5-3 in the SEC, 14-7 overall. LSU is 4-5 in the SEC, 16-6
right, so we are
overall.
very similar.
Damn, man! Now we're down here with freaking Mississippi State, man. I'm ready to fire
Hate
everyone.
to see it.
No, so look, they're going to be just fine. Will college football be just fine in this new age of college football? It's kind of crazy, man. I don't know what's going to happen, but I am fascinated to see over time how will this work for Texas A&M. And now, obviously, I think probably the most base level and easy answer is that, hey, they're putting together the literal greatest recruiting class of all time. They're going to be awesome. It's all the best players. And that could, you know what, maybe that's just a simple truth of the matter. But here at LSU, Jake, we saw, top 5 class, and we've talked a lot about trying to theorize where things kind of went wrong maybe at times through the past decade, and how could you be turning in these top recruiting classes and the results don't match up? And we've maybe theorized, is it because you started leaning into the NFLSU branding, and so you're getting guys who are maybe more focused on these individual M goals as opposed to team goals? And all this stuff is, I don't even know if I believe that, but it does kind of line up, and it potentially makes some sort of sense. And so I guess my question with A&M is, will we see, what unintended consequences will we see from this? Will this be a team that is fully cohesive and bought in? And think about Georgia, right? It's why Kirby Smart made so much headway with me this offseason, and always does when I hear him talk, but especially at SEC Media Days, where he talked about all we really focused on was becoming that team and getting closer. And when I did my exit interviews, all the players talked about coming out of COVID that there was a distance there that hadn't been there in the past. And so they sacrificed some workout time. They sacrificed some meeting room time to go do fun things. and become closer and become a better team, and it paid off big time in the end. That was a team that was a team that had each other's back, and it showed. It showed in that response to after the SEC championship, how they played Natty. And I guess, so what do you think, Jake? Like, could this all go awry?
It's not guaranteed just because you stack up this nice recruiting class that you're going to go out there and win games. A&M's been doing that for a couple of years now. A&M is supposed to be the next great thing, and A&M's continually 8-4. Like it helps. It's a piece of it. It's not the only piece. It's not the only piece. Like, recruiting battles are not the only piece. Like, look, there's sometimes LSU at the end of Les's tenure, like, they would finish top 3 every single year in recruiting, and it wouldn't translate to championships.
Yeah.
Texas A&M, y'all know what I'm going to say. They hadn't won one since 1938 or 39, whatever it was. Like, they've had that money for a while. Oil's been pretty big in this country for a while, right?
Yeah.
But it's not that. It's not the only thing that's going to make you win football games. It all has to come together. There's some things that Jimbo probably would want to do better, right? And he's one of the better coaches in college football. Just because you're doing that, like, okay, if we do get all these key pieces, that's great. Look, it is a great foundation. But how do we keep them all happy?
Yeah, exactly.
How do we keep everybody happy, in line with the same goals? Because inherently, like, all those people aren't going to end at Texas A&M because they're not going to play. They have too many 5-star, 4-star, big time, whatever. So they're going to leave. Like, how's that going to weed itself out? Like, right now, currently, you like their quarterback room. They got Max Johnson. They've got the starter from a year ago, Haynes King from Longview, Texas, and they've got Wegman.
Got some 5-star
Wegman, Wegman, the number 1 pocket passer in the country. Okay. It's a great quarterback room right now, but we've seen this at LSU. In spring, might look different. In summertime, might look different. So that's what they have to deal with. They have to deal with how the chemistry of it is going to work. Georgia took them a long time to figure it out. You're right. Like, they had the top recruiting classes. They had the pieces.
Yeah.
And it all had to come together for them to win that national championship that they seeked after for so long. So A&M, and you look at their track record, they got to prove it to me. They have to prove it to me. I understand what people are saying. Like, I understand Lane Kiffin coming out. His quote yesterday is, "We don't have the same funding resources as some of these schools do for NIL deals. It's basically dealing with different salary caps. Now we have a sport that has completely different salary caps, and some of these schools have whatever 5 to 10 times more than everybody else in what they can pay players." Like, that's real too.
He has a very simple question too at the end where he said, quote, "What would the NFL look like if there were a couple teams in the NFL where their salary cap was 10 times more than everybody else's salary cap?" And then he says that's where we're headed, so they're going to have to do something. And again, we've talked about this from a kind of market theory standpoint, and it's like, it's funny, people ask me like, "Well, what do you think is going to happen? Are there going to be rules?" It's like, I don't know, man. This is something that actual economists have been debating for hundreds of years, right? Like free market theory. Do you need regulation? Will the market regulate itself? It doesn't feel like it's regulating itself right now, but maybe that invisible hand will come in some sort of form where A&M's like just kind of broken down. But I don't know. It does feel like you probably want to wait a couple years, right? You don't want to be reactive. You want to wait a couple years. You want to collect a lot of data, see how you think it's working, and then I do think that some sort of rule changes will probably take place in a couple of years.
Yeah, from Swerve inside the chat, Aggies never recruited like this. It sounds like jealousy to claim talent going to make them fall apart. That's not what it is at all. I mean, they have done the job to put the recruiting class together, and they've recruited at a very high level. Now, this might be the best recruiting class that's ever signed when you look at some of the sites, and there's things that come with that, and we don't know, negative or positive, how they're going to handle it. There's no jealousy over Texas A&M. I mean, look, that's still a series that the LSU does really well in. It's more of, we don't know, we don't have the sample size. Now that we're getting a couple of years into this, we'll see how it plays out. But this is something that's going to be very fascinating.
I mean, I am going out of – I'm not going to lie. To be honest, I am going out of my way here to try to kind of find an angle where maybe something doesn't have to be done. And, like, I guess I went out of my way to try to create a situation in which this does not work out for A&M. Because, odds are that they end up being really damn good because they got all this talent. But it's just something, I guess my point is, it's something that we have not seen before, and therefore we don't really know exactly how it's going to play out. And so assuming one way or the other, sure, that might be what happened, but only time will end up telling. But it is funny, man. Like I said, the goss here in Mobile is hot. Everybody's always whispering to one another, all sort of juicy things, and everybody's talking about just the money that A&M has right now and throw it into this thing, including Lane Kiffin. All right, when we get back, do a little Would You Rather Wednesday. Then we got Jimmy Burrow coming up at 8:30. And then Andre Anthony's going to stop by sometime in the final hour and hang up. Really excited to get to talk to Andre just about the last couple of years and just what it was like going through some unprecedented experiences at LSU. So keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Go to dgbauto.com. dgbauto.com, of course, stands for Dinosaur Glass and Body. I love the boys and girls down there in Deville. They're the best, man. You get in an accident, the insurance company can't tell you where to go. The police cannot tell you who to tow. You want to go to Dinosaur Glass and Body. The body shop is the best in the state. Guarantee, man. Your car's going to look brand new. I'll put that on anything. Okay? And so if you actually need any collision repair, free pick up and drop off collision repair anywhere in the listening area. But it doesn't have to be that serious, Jake. You could just need an oil change.
You're right. They've been doing it since 1977. They can handle any vehicle need that you might have. Oil change if you have a windshield that needs to be repaired or replaced, if you need a new tire like I currently do, you can certainly do that over there at Downsville Glass and Body. It is truly your one-stop shop. T gave you the website, dgbauto.com. You can check out testimonials from past customers. You can check out a full list of services. You can check out that contact information. Again, dgbauto.com, dgbauto.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644.
Rivera here. Join Tommy Chrysan, Skip Burtman, and myself for Hold the Rope with Skip and Cano this Sunday night from 7 to 9 p.m. when our guest will be LSU head baseball coach Jay Johnson. Hold the Rope, Sunday 7 to 9, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live from the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl, presented locally by CEI Custom Ecology Incorporated. All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. OTB here live from Mobile. Again, huge shout out to Custom Ecology Incorporated getting us here in Mobile. Another beautiful sunrise. A little more rainy today, but hopefully the weather holds out so we can go back to the South Alabama Stadium and go watch these things live and go watch my boy Cole Strange play some more football without gloves. Just wait. I mean, Cole, it's funny because it's the meatheads. It takes one to know one, right? And that's why when you talk to the football guys, the meatheads, everybody was talking about Strange yesterday. Heard Kublik did a whole bit on him, so I'm not alone in my fascination with this gloveless, sexy, undersized, tough, headbutting man.
Do you think, though, that everyone's very interested in him because of the no gloves?
I think that jumps off the page.
Right, so if this guy had been wearing gloves like a normal person, would you have even noticed him?
Probably not as much. No,
Right.
no, absolutely not. Because it immediately lets you know he's a little thrown off. And
Do you think that was his intention?
Yeah, right? Like, I mean, you don't go it's all a part of
it's a part of it.
It's his image.
Oh,
you don't go
look.
crossbar, no gloves, and 69 not
It's a
knowing
thing
what
he
you're
does.
doing.
Like, I just meant for this.
Oh, no. He definitely plays normal football without gloves.
Yeah.
This is not a just Senior Bowl thing. That would be even crazier if you just showed up to the Senior Bowl and was like, oh, I'm just not going to wear gloves anymore.
Is that what you were expecting from Cole Strange?
Oh, and he's a redhead, bro. He's freaking weird. I'm into it.
What? Wait.
What?
Did you just make like a blanket statement on all people who have red hair being weird?
I guess in a yeah. I guess
Wow.
I will be honest.
That's
That is
a little mean.
If you have a chance, Google Cole Strange. He's not what you're going to expect.
That is the point. He's not what you're expecting. All right, we spent too much time on Cole Strange. Let's go ahead and dive in to a little Would You Rather Wednesday.
Okay, which would you rather be?
Now, what superpower would you rather have?
The question is, would you rather date the blind or the deaf?
Would you rather drown or be burned alive?
Would you rather be overpaid or underrated?
Rather you just said thank you and went on your way.
Would you rather snow day or hurricane day?
Snow day, because hurricanes can be dangerous.
Yeah, snow day.
Well, they can be, but
You're saying like if you get off and nothing happens?
I'm saying at the same time,
Okay.
everybody's gone
Everybody's
through.
safe.
Everybody's gone through hurricanes where it is okay. Maybe you're just in a good situation. Not the biggest one. There is some. I mean, hurricane parties are a thing for a reason. I know it can be really bad, but hurricane
Let's just
parties
say
are a thing for a
everyone
reason.
is safe in this hurricane.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and they're safe in the snow day because like
then
blizzards are
definitely-
bad too.
Then definitely hurricanes.
Yeah, I
Snow
agree,
day.
dude. I agree.
I don't. Snow is weird. Here it's weird just because it's like not even snow. It's like slushy, weird stuff.
This is how I would answer it. As a kid, I wanted the snow day.
So you
As
didn't
an
go to school?
adult, yeah. Well, either way, I'm not going to school, but you're playing in the snow. As an adult, though, I mean, now I guess what I'd have to get my kids all like dressed up to play in the snow, and then they'd want
And
me
then
to
it
go
gets
out
in
there.
their clothes, and then it
Yeah.
melts, and then they're wet, and it's just like.
And I don't want to go out there. I'd rather just be posted up. Although Hurricane Day also does sometimes come with electricity getting knocked out, which is not the most fun. But as an adult, I will go Hurricane Day.
Yes.
I believe so. Would you rather miss a final exam and fail the class or miss a block that injures the quarterback?
Wait, what was the first one?
Miss a final exam and fail a class, or
Miss
makes
a final
blog.
exam.
Oh, you don't want to hurt.
Question.
It's. I mean, it's.
I
so,
can take the class again.
It is so dumb that's exactly where my answer goes to. Like, you will be shamed. There was nothing worse than screwing up on a big stage and then going to class and feeling like everybody's eyes were boring into you because you blew it.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, as meatheady as that is,
yeah,
I'll fail the class. Noogie asks, would you rather party with members of the chat or go to the DMV? Hey, now that's not very nice of chat. I would rather go party with members of the chat.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, we used to have a great time.
We used to have happy hours all the time. It was so much fun.
It was super fun. Would you rather clear liquor or brown liquor?
Brown.
Brown all day. All day. The only clear liquor I like is tequila. Now that's funny. I prefer brown, like whiskey and stuff, but like tequila, I do want that clear. I don't like a. I don't
like
really
any
a gold
version of tequila.
Really, none of it.
None of it.
Now you're a Jameson guy. You were very happy when I ordered Jameson the other night. Would you rather be an NFL or NBA coach?
I think NBA.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think
you're dealing with less personalities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get to dress sharp while you're doing it. You're indoor. You never have to worry about the weather.
I feel like NBA personalities are bigger, though.
That's potentially fair. I'm also,
though, 12 to 53, though.
Yeah.
I'm like so reductive in that, or I just don't understand basketball, so I still feel like NBA.
Well, I don't understand basketball. I wouldn't last very long.
Oh no, I'm not saying it like that. But what I'm saying in my mind, they're still like. In football, you're like calling plays and it's all this stuff. And in the NBA, it's basketball. You just get the vibe sometimes that it's just more like
no one to call a timeout.
Tighten up, tighten up, brother. It's like soccer coaches, right? Like, hey, push that, come on, let's go, come on.
That's a great point,
guys. Come on, get it together here.
We got to pull one of these.
Yeah,
do one of these.
Yeah. So I'll go NBA. Would you rather get an NIL deal from Preparation H or go without? Man, make that money.
I'll do it right now.
Yeah, make that money.
Preparation A, shout out.
Just like Shaq, who literally will put his face on anything.
Yeah, hell yeah,
dude.
It
is money.
It's
that
like,
money
whatever.
spins.
Also, I mean, as we do a show that can resemble a NASCAR vehicle in audio form at times, yeah. Also, I've battled with hemorrhoids for a lot, and they hurt, and they're horribly painful, and Preparation H is great.
If you're listening, Preparation H, we're here for you.
Yeah, shout out. Would you rather ramen or pho?
Ramen.
I don't give a pho. I want ramen too.
Pho.
Yeah. Pho's excellent, but with the two, ramen's my. Would you rather step on gum when you walk outside or drop your phone on the bathroom floor? Ooh, gum.
Step on gum.
Without a doubt.
Man, I get that off.
Step on gum or phone on the bathroom floor. Any public bathroom floors, anything hits that ground and you just feel like it's covered in like 100 people's fecal matter. Even though, to be fair, those public restrooms are probably cleaned significantly more than your own bathrooms, if we're just being honest, right? I mean, because they're getting cleaned up in here every day. One's over here is awesome. I enjoy it. I've been spending a lot of time in there. Hashtag, would you rather be rebranded to the Commanders or some cool mythical creature as your mascot? Yeah, Griffins would
like
have been
the
tight.
Seattle Kraken, the hockey team.
Hell yeah, Kraken. Okay, one of the few new names that also does have a little bit of a creative team feel, but what it was like objectively cool and everybody was into.
Yeah,
that's a really good point. Hashtag, would you rather the Winter X Games or the Winter Olympics?
X Games.
I feel like X Games is cooler.
I mean, argue Sean White do both.
I don't want to watch anybody cross country ski. Like, I'm sure it's very impressive. Like, it's cool that those people can do that, but like.
Well, what's the one event, and it's just so Scandinavian. It's like when you cross country ski and then you shoot and then you ski some more and then you shoot. It's like literally
Scandinavian.
Well, but I mean, think about it. It is literally an event born out of the needs of growing, of living in like an ice world, where you literally have to ski and hunt like that if you want to feed your family. Winter Olympics so boring. Is it even going on right now?
Yeah, it's about to start, I think.
Like, do we know that?
February? I'm pretty sure the end of February.
Big Olympic show here.
I feel really bad, dude. That's fair. Noogie says your phone's already covered in 100 types of fecal matter. I'm just increasing my immune system. Speed skating's all right. I agree.
Oh, there was that on regular Nintendo, like the old school Nintendo. There was that we had a Winter Olympics game, and speed skating was fun.
They had a summer one where it had a track pad where
very similar.
You jumped on it and you do the hurdles and you could do the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's interesting because I never saw that in real life, but that's like very much in video game lore as being one of the best Nintendo games.
I would put like my right foot on the thing. My brother Adam would put his left foot, and we'd go at the same time, so it was like a little bit quicker, you know.
Hell yeah, bro! You got to win that 100.
That's right.
You got to get that gold.
I mean, you'd be doing it, and you'd like it didn't matter that you did it, but you'd lean like it really mattered, like when you were running, trying to get there.
Lean across the line.
Yeah.
Let's see. Would you rather be Texas A&M maroon or Mississippi State maroon?
They're
Mississippi State
almost the exact same color.
Mississippi State.
I mean, I think technically licensing wise, you have to like be a little.
You have to have a certain name for the maroon.
But it's like it is. Sometimes it like messes with my head when I see. We have the same jersey. We're both Adidas, so like. It's very confusing for my brain.
I know Adidas is cool on the streets, but like
I don't mind.
I don't like their football uniforms.
I like Adidas's like active wear, but not their football stuff.
No, I get it. Their active wear is cool. Everybody loves it. All the hip kids.
I don't think they've like really messed it up. It just is very like basic.
Yeah,
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, they kind of maybe a little messed it up. It is very basic. Last one. Would you rather win the national championship in every sport at LSU except football, or only win the Natty in football?
Ooh, excellent question for you guys,
bro. Now that you got 2019, I would.
You have the greatest team to ever play, and it won't ever be touched.
And you have several. Like, it's not like.
And it would be super tight to win a basketball natty and a baseball natty. Yeah, I'd be into that.
Softball, gymnastics. Yeah, I'd be into that.
Hell yeah. Big one coming up for gymnastics this Saturday, 2:45, a different time. Suni Lee coming to town. Speaking of the Olympics gold medal winner, let's pack out the PMAC. Make it hard on Suni. I mean, don't be like mean or toxic, but like cheer hard, I mean. All right, when we get back, let's talk to Jimmy Burrow, the man we used to talk to every single week here on OTB. His son's going to the Super Bowl. Let's catch up with our old friend. Keep it locked right here on 104.5 ESPN.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Dad!
Kids have staked out their place at Ochsner Medical Complex The Grove, where more than 30 pediatricians and pediatric specialists are all conveniently located under one roof, so you can spend less time driving and more time keeping your kids well.
Yes!
It's no wonder kids call dibs at The Grove. Ochsner Health Center for Children.
Bayou Ford has 0.9% for 60 months on new Ford F-150 plus $1,000 bonus cash. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. And right now, get $1,000 bonus cash plus 0.9% APR for 60 months on new 2021 Ford F-150. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Follow us on Twitter at 1045ESPN to cast your vote in the Citizens Bank and Trust poll of the day. Vote daily inside Off the Bench, Hunt, and Hill, the early line. And after further review, Citizens Bank and Trust brings you the poll of the day via Twitter at 1045ESPN.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
Do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Wednesdays off the bench, day 3 from Mobile at the Senior Bowl, and we'll have our first practice report and the glorious return of Jimmy Burrow.
Live from the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl, presented locally by CEI Custom Ecology Incorporated. All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB, live from Mobile, Alabama. T-Bob, Jake, Rivers hanging out with you, Mario and Danny holding it back. Shout out to Custom Ecology Incorporated for getting us out of here in Mobile. Right now, it is my pleasure to go to the phone lines where we're talking to a man that we used to talk to every single Tuesday, and it all lined up in that magical year of 2019. We had Jimmy on every Tuesday. Joe and them go undefeated. They win the Natty, and wouldn't you know it, a couple of years later, oh, Joey's the first ever #1 overall pick to lead his team to a Super Bowl in year number 2. Jimmy Burrow, what's up, man? Welcome back, dude. How is life?
Thanks for having me back. Crazy. I'm still trying to get through 550 text messages, so I keep busy during the day, though.
Yeah, man. It's wait. So I gotta start here. One of the most legendary pictures I've ever seen. Another Jimmy, you and Jimmy Chase smoking cigars after the AFC Championship. How was that, man?
Yeah, it was awesome. Jimmy, he smokes a lot of cigars. Not so much with me, but we met up at the tailgate afterwards, and we've had a great relationship since LSU, and just two proud dads having some fun.
Hey, so just take me through what this year has been like, man. Obviously, you come off of the injury last year, and then we all knew what to expect. It didn't seem like the world was quite ready for it. And I mean, what do you think? Like, we keep talking about, Jimmy. Reality literally seems to bend and warp around your son in his favor. What's it been like watching this rise firsthand as his father?
Well, it started out certainly last year when he got hurt. So that's sometimes we forget about maybe that at this point because he's playing well. He's able to move like we remember him at LSU. But that was scary. It took a lot of hard work. Didn't know for sure how he was going to come back. And then to come back and now playing the Super Bowl is just a credit to to a lot of the people around him that helped him rehabilitate his knee and get that fixed and get back on the right track. And even the first part of the year, I knew he wasn't 100%, but he was playing and still playing pretty good. But then after the bye week, where he had some time to get back into about 6 or 7 days of just rehab on the knee, he came back and things started to click again, running around, making people miss and doing the things that he did, say, in 2019.
Hey, Jimmy, oh, my bad, Jake.
Yeah, no, I just want to ask Coach about the demeanor of Joe over not only, the last couple of playoff wins, but really any big win this year. It seems like he's been excited, but he hasn't over-celebrated because of the end goal, this being the end goal, getting to the Super Bowl. And, look, not expecting it, but having that belief that they could do it. That's why you don't celebrate like you won the championship, because you have that belief that you're going to go to the championship. Even in the AFC Championship game, Coach, I mean, he had that demeanor. It was like a quick fist pump, and then you could tell, okay, we've got to lock in because we've got a Super Bowl to play.
Yeah, I mean, he's had this goal in mind ever since they won the national championship, which was another big goal, and he knows that there's work to be done. I will say that maybe we're all a little surprised, most everybody at least, but he's the least surprised of anybody, because when he got drafted by the Bengals, he had that as his goal. He expected to happen, and the whole team has bought in, but. That's just Joe, to have something at the end of the tunnel that he's trying to get to, and this is the Super Bowl trophy. So it was all exciting and fun for him in the locker room. That I think maybe only a couple times this whole year they really you see some celebration in the locker room, because they know what's at the end of the tunnel here.
Dude, it's just got to be so surreal talking about all this. I mean, just answering questions about your son, talking about him going to the Super Bowl. But, Coach, you are a defensive mind by trade. You know defensive football inside and out. How amazed were you with what that Bengals defense did in the second half on Sunday against Patrick Mahomes in Arrowhead?
Yeah, Lou Anarumo has done a great job all year. Their defense is so improved. They signed some free agents. Trey Hendrickson, which I think you guys are familiar with from the Saints, has just been a beast and a locker room person that shows a lot of leadership and character. And but the second half, I mean, you make adjustments at halftime. You drop 8, only rush 3, try to pin Mahomes in, which is almost impossible, but they did as good a job as I've seen anybody all year, and I've seen the Chiefs quite a few times on television. But and then the guys really stepped up. They played a little more man to man, I think, and mixed it in with the drop in 8, and get some timely turnovers and change the course of the game. Really, I mean, Joe would be the first to tell you that the defense is the MVP in that game.
Well, it's just crazy, though, Jimmy, because it goes back to the reality thing, right? These great quarterbacks almost have a way of, getting people to buy in, raise their level of play. I can't wait, man. I hope you have so much fun in L.A. Give the family our love. Give Mama Burrow our love. Probably remembers the G-string incident back in the day. String last night. Everybody's talking about Burrow. Everybody's excited, man. Best of luck to Joey, and thank you so much, Jimmy. It was great catching up, Coach.
All right. Thanks for having me on. Fun to be back with you guys.
Hell yeah, man. You have a great day. Go freaking Burrow. Go Tigers. Okay, when we get back, we got Damone Clark here. He's going to come on live from the Senior Bowl, talk about what it's been like. And we got Neil both coming on, and we'll figure it out next here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
To GoChosOutdoorPower.com, GoChosOutdoorPower.com for all of your outdoor power needs, man. If you need any piece of lawn care equipment, man, you want to buy from GoChos. They're local, family owned. There's 2 locations, Baton Rouge, Gonzales. They like to say over there, GoChos, that they make it easy, and they do. So you get free delivery anywhere in the state. That's right, y'all. Free delivery anywhere in the state. When you buy from me, you get full access to the parts department, full access to the service department. So if you want to buy any of that Hustler equipment, that Hustler zero-turn mower, bring your lawn to the next level, you want to go to GoTrode'sOutdoorPower.com. Hustler's number one, or Louisiana's number one Hustler dealer. Again, local, family-owned, everything we love here on Off the Bench. I don't care if you're a professional or doing this on the side, GoTrode'sOutdoorPower.com.
We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has new Jeep Gladiator Rubicons in stock with $2,000 off MSRP. All new Bayou vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. And right now, get $2,000 bonus cash on new 2021 Jeep Gladiator. Shop now at BayouCDJR.com. The crew at Bayou is going to do right by you.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
If home is where the heart is, a roof is a shield. That's why for over 25 years, South Louisiana always turns to Garcia Roofing and Sheet Metal. For more information, visit Garcia.
For a Wednesday hunt and hill, it's signing day 2.0. Trevante Citizen, Jacoby Matthews, Harold Perkins during our show. You won't want to miss it. Plus, we're reacting to LSU and Ole Miss on the hardwood. Hunt and Hill, noon to 2 weekdays on 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Live from the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl, presented locally by CEI Custom Ecology Incorporated. All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. ESPN Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Alexandria, and 1130 The Tiger.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to OTB, live from Mobile at the Senior Bowl. We got a few minutes here to wrap up hour number one. We got Andre Anthony coming up next hour, going to come hang out for a little bit. But right now, we got two LSU guys currently playing in the game, practicing here in the week, and that's 18, Damone Clark, and we got the biggest surprising, the top-rated D tackle according to PFF in the country. Let's ride. Neil Farrell, what's up, boys? What's going on?
What's up? Good to be here.
It's good to be here, man.
Okay, so, Damone, I'm going to start with you. We were just talking off air, and it's really similar. Like, y'all both forced your way here. Beginning of the season, not a lot of people would have had y'all here in Mobile. How did this all happen, man? The year-to-year turnaround was just freaking wild.
I'll say it was God's plan and God's timing.
And so when you think about kind of is there a moment, was there a moment in the offseason, or was there ever any time where you're like, look, this year's going to be different, where you felt it kind of clicking a little bit?
I mean, Andre Anthony, Neil Farrell, and myself worked out every day in the offseason. Rather it was lifting weights with each other, going out there doing individual drills. It didn't really matter, and we knew the season that we wanted to have, and, I mean, we manifested it.
Yeah. You put in the work. Neil, what about you, man? Because you spent a little time away, and it's like, everybody starts to talk, like, is he going to be ready? Were you a little nervous coming back to it after a little time off?
No, I wasn't nervous. I just knew it was going to take a lot of hard work and dedication. I knew I was ready for this moment. I lived up for this moment.
All right, Neil, I got to ask you, obviously, being from Mobile, being in your hometown, what was that like when you opened that 37th Christmas box to find your Senior Bowl invite after your mom was trolling you a little bit?
Yeah, I had no idea. So when I got to the bottom of the box and seen their reason, I was excited because, not to lie to you, I didn't think I was going to get it. I was dedicated going to East-West Shrine Bowl. Right. But to see this offer and see me be able to come home to my city, it was special.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so what's the schedule been like lately, boys? Like what's kind of stood out to you here the first couple of days? We can start with you, Damone.
I mean, the biggest thing, we just meeting a lot with the coaches and the different scouts and stuff. So it's a good process out here, just getting you ready for the next level.
Who have you been talking to so far, Neil? You've been like what does a day look like? How many meetings have you had?
Yeah, it's been different. Like, they change things around here. So now it's be like we'll meet with like 16 teams Tuesday and 16 more teams on Thursday. So like you get 15-minute increments with each team for like 4 hours.
Damn, so does it feel good to get on the practice field a little bit and, like, get out of the meeting?
Yeah, it feels good. I ain't been on the field since November, so it feels good to strap up pass again. Yeah.
So it changes a little bit. Used to, like, now they do the 15-minute deal. Used to, they could kind of take you for however long that they wanted to. Like, they would have hotel rooms up in there, like whatever team, and you'd have to sit in there. You'd get on the board. You'd go through, like, every history of every football game that you ever played. So now it's a little bit like speed dating. I mean, you're trying to talk to every single team. And so I want to ask you all about the practices. Obviously, y'all had the practice yesterday, and I played in this game, and it is incredibly physical. At least it was for me, more than what you would think like an all-star game practice would be like. So I'd like to see both of y'all answer, like, what practice was like yesterday, kind of the speed of it and the physicality of it.
I mean, Coach O prepared us for this moment.
Yeah, that's true.
Man. Just going against the best of the best at LSU every day, and this is the best of the best from the different schools around the country. So, I mean, it was no different from a practice at LSU, but, I mean, it was smooth yesterday. It was great competition out there yesterday. Like Neil said, I mean, I haven't played since Texas A&M game, so I was a little rusty. So, go back out there today and just finish competing.
Hell yeah. What about you, Neil? How is it? One-on-ones, man, right? That's what everybody's looking at when it comes to football. Were you a little nervous lining up for the first couple one-on-ones there?
No, I wasn't nervous at all because this was exactly like an LSU practice 2.0, like run-on-one, run block, pass rush, 9-on-17. Like, so it was an easy adjustment. I was used to it.
When y'all look back on the last couple of years on LSU, obviously y'all are vets and you literally experienced it all. How do you kind of look back on your time in the purple and gold?
I mean, I never look back at the time, and I know I made the right decision. Just being able to grow up here and grow up in Baton Rouge and play for LSU. Just growing up watching LSU play, like I said, I didn't make the wrong decision, man. It was the best decision I made, and it got me to the point where I am today.
Hell yeah. What about you, Neil?
Yeah, I don't take nothing for granted. It was just a blessing to be able to go to the SEC and play for an organization like LSU. Life all about ups and downs, and we went through both of them. But, like, we won a national championship, so that was a big up for us.
Yeah.
All right, what's the one thing this week that you want to make sure that all the scouts and the GM see? Like, when they're out there, okay, Damone Clark, Neil Farrell, we know after we leave Mobile they can do this.
I mean, the same thing that I put on film this past year, just go out there, compete, guy with high motor, physical, and just, I'm just a dog.
Yeah, hey, that's all you got to say.
Yeah, me, everybody view me as like a first and second down play, a run stop, but that's why this week one-on-one so key for me to be out there showcase my pass rush ability.
Yeah, bro, that bull rush you hit old boy with yesterday was, I mean, bro,
Hey, look, as offensive players, T-Ball playing offensive line, me playing running back, I hated one-on-ones.
I was awful at it, dude. But then again, I mean, I was, not the best football player. But yeah, no, bro. Neil was damn near like 6 inches off the ground in this bull rush. I'm like, how are you supposed to stop that? It felt bad for the guard. Well, all right, boys, what are you looking forward to today?
Oh, just going out there and competing and just keep showcasing my talent.
Yeah, my mindset all about just stacking days. Have one good day, second day have a great day, and just keep stacking days.
Hell yeah, man!
I'm proud of y'all, man. To get to this point, like T-Bot was telling y'all before, to go into this year, accelerate everything, and to be where y'all finish, man. I'm proud of both of y'all.
Absolutely, and I know Tiger Nation is as well. Best of luck today, boys. Kick ass, go hard, all that stuff. You already know. I always think about that play against Ole Miss this year where you forced the fumble right before he's going in the end zone. That's that type of high motor. That's what I like right there, dude. But yeah, thank y'all so much, man. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all, man. Know you're busy.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, coming to stop by, man. Okay, look, coming up next hour here on Off the Bench, we're gonna have Andre Anthony come stop by. So it's funny. So Neil and Damone just talked about it was them two in AA working out every single day together, getting ready for the offseason. We're gonna have the third musketeer in here in a little bit, but really, like you said, Jake, really just awesome for those guys. Proud to hear from, proud of them.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly right before we came on air, man. That's two guys that they had some question marks. Some people were doubting them. I mean, certainly like Damone, you go from 19, then 2020, you're playing in defense. It's a little bit all over the place, but everybody's focusing on you. He could have taken that and he could have gone another way, but he really bought in. Him and Blake Baker got together, and they created one of the best linebackers in the country, leading tackle guy in the country. Same thing for Neil. Neil definitely thrived this year, being the highest-rated defensive tackle in the country. So, man, proud of both those guys.
All right, hour number 3 coming up next. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Go to RejuveMeMedical.com. Restore me, refuel me, rejuve me. Look, if you're feeling old, right, you're not feeling like you used to. And I don't care if you're 20s, if you're in your 20s, okay? It doesn't matter. Aging happens at different rates, and our bodies are all different. And that's one of the core key separation points for Rejuve Me Medical is that your body is the guide to a customized, comprehensive plan for you. So they draw your labs, you meet a lifestyle coach, and then they put together a plan for you that's going to get you where you want to be. More energy, better mental clarity, losing tough fat. Maybe it's HRT, maybe it's not, but the bottom line, Rejuve Me has the answer, RejuveMeMedical.com.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Go ahead and schedule that consultation today. They have so many different services that they can help you with, but they can't help you unless you get that consultation set up, get that plan started for you. It's incredibly easy. Go to the website, RejuveMeMedical.com, check out a full list of services, and right there on the homepage, top right corner, schedule that consultation, RejuveMeMedical.com.
Bayou Ford has 0.9% for 60 months on new Ford F-150 plus $1,000 bonus cash. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. And right now, get $1,000 bonus cash plus 0.9% APR for 60 months on new 2021 Ford F-150. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
During these challenging times, we know your healthcare needs don't stop. Cancer, accidents, injuries, and heart disease are relentless. So we are relentlessly innovating to keep you safe, both virtually and in person. Connecting you with providers remotely, advancing clinical spaces, providing rapid and accurate testing, social distancing, and certified cleaning protocols. We are Auctioner, and we will not slow down. Auctioner Health, innovating healthcare.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you were born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All Star Toyota today.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Injury Lawyers.
Good morning, everybody. It's 9 a.m. on Wednesday, February 2nd. Today in Baton Rouge, expect to see cloudy skies with a high of 73. In case you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can now catch that up at the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. Coming up on OTB OT, we talked to former LSU defensive lineman Andre Anthony up next. You can follow today's show on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, or watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel and subscribe for daily content. OTB OT, live from the Reese's Senior Bowl in Mobile, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, P, they said I got to come off the bench.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob. Yo.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back. We are live from Mobile at the Senior Bowl. Media Day's going on, so players been shuttling back and forth. We just talked to Neil Farrell, Damone Clark. That was awesome. We got my girl Brady right here. Mobile, Fairhope native, holding it down, enemy territory. She is saying graduated in 1980, only person in the class to go to LSU, big OTB fan. And I met Brady a couple years ago here at the Senior Bowl as well, and she gave me this delicious sauce, Jake. You don't even know what you're in for, the Shoob sauce. It's that Shooby sauce. Excuse me, you're right. I keep saying Shoob. Shooby. Shoes on your feet, bee flies. Shooby sauce. This thing is good, son. It goes on everything.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm a saucy.
Yeah, and it sounds like old Brady might be neighbors with your beau.
Yeah, say no.
Oh,
say
say
Phil.
old Phil,
Yeah.
17.
Absolutely.
What do you think Philip Rivers would do if we just showed up at his house?
He let us in.
Yeah, but that's pretty rude.
He would definitely let us in. He'd probably be like, I got 9 children. Probably heads up would have been better, Jake. that'd have been good. We got some things going on in here. So.
we just show up with a case of beer. Philly, what's up, dude?
Yeah, he drink Cold Coors Light with us.
Yeah, which I have also enjoyed. We've been hitting up the Biergarten here in Mobile, and I'm sitting here, and I'm ordering like
y'all went yesterday, right?
Yeah, and I'm ordering like the Hefeweizen, Halbsteiner Plaschlingel, and Jake's keeping it real, dude. Keeping it real, always holding down with the silver bullet.
Yep. Shout out Crescent Crown.
Yeah,
staying true to the game.
Crown. That's what I'm saying. Cold Coors Light. See what Jacob has saving with some amazing comments. Check your Twitter. Okay, we'll have to catch up on that. I wonder. I mean, I'm sure he had some stuff to say about the NIL race. I hear these. Oh wow. Okay, this is a strong quote from Nick Saban here. 247 Sports has this, but This is a quote from Saban. I hear these crazy people on TV who say now you're doing it above the board. We never did it. We never did it. We never cheated to get a player. We never paid players to come to our school.
I mean, I think every coach would probably say the same thing, wouldn't they? Now, Jimbo did say Jimbo's was the best, though. I really love Jimbo's.
Jimbo was like
hey, NIL deal's been going on forever. They've been going on forever. Now, we didn't do any NIL deals, but NIL deals been around forever.
Yeah, maybe it's. I mean, honestly, though, in Saban's defense here, I think that Now, I'm not saying that he's unaware of it, but if you're setting in the pre-NIL, more bagman era of college football, like the best way to do it is like a little plausible deniability, right? Set it up where like maybe you're not like fully aware of what's going on, even though you're technically in it. So I don't know, man. I'm sorry, we're taking a picture. We got Andy Staples, who looks great, by the way. He looks absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, Andy.
Shout out Brady, man. Thank you for the Shuby sauce. No, but I mean, look, whatever. Saban knows what has gone on, but it's like Krzyzewski, right? You're never going to get Krzyzewski with any dirt on him. They know how to build in multiple layers before, but it's been as strong of a statement as you're going to see.
Yeah, college coaches are actually letting it loose a little bit more than they have really ever.
Yeah, because their entire world is like changing and crumbling around them.
They had to be tight-lipped for so long. It's like, can we kind of do whatever we want here? Can we just – I mean, think about like Lane Kiffin's quote 5 years ago. Like if he would have come out against like players getting paid to come to the school, like just under the table stuff. Like,
you're right.
It would have been like the biggest story on SportsCenter today. Well, not today, obviously. This is like wild sports day, obviously, with all the different headlines that we had. But it would lead SportsCenter most days, right? And it's kind of like on the side. It's like I look at ESPN.com. It was like the fourth story down on the bottom of the ticker there. So it's definitely a different time.
Well, okay, and you mentioned a crazy sports day today. Of course, Brian Flores, we talked about it during headlines, but he is suing the NFL. He is saying, he's suing them for discrimination, and it's look, this is a very deep conversation with much smarter and more intellectual people that have debated both sides. I will give you my opinion, and I don't really care if you agree or disagree or whatever. I'm not going to argue back and forth with anybody on it because it's just what I see and what I believe when I see it. So I guess the core question, does the NFL have a discrimination problem? And, I mean, look, I think the answer is clearly yes. Now, I think that it is layered in that it's not always – now, sometimes it is, but it's not always – conscious. It's not like we're setting out and we don't want to hire minority, or I only want to hire this white guy who is in the mix. But I do think that, and this is it's not just football. This is we see this throughout society, and we're guilty of it as well. I do think it's very easy when you hire people who you are comfortable with, and who do you tend to be comfortable with? People of similar backgrounds. And people maybe look like you or act like you grew up in similar situations. And so it's one of these things where it doesn't even have to be nefarious to be real. And again, I always look, Andre, you come sit right here, man. I always look at the player pool in the NFL, and I'm sorry, there's a huge disconnect when the vast majority of players are minorities and then there's no minority head coaches. And it is a bit of a weird chicken and egg thing, because it's like, everybody has context around why they couldn't. Like the Saints are a perfect example. I think they'll probably hire Dennis Allen, and I think that actually makes the most sense, right? Mm-hmm. But that does take like Flores and other guys out. I mean, I know they're giving legitimate interviews, and if somebody blew them away, in theory, they could win that job. But I don't feel like anybody could go in an interview and win that job.
Yeah, the text messages are wild, because it's like, I'm taking my time. I'm coming to interview. I'm expecting to interview and have the opportunity to get the job when they've already had someone hired. Like, that's just a feeling that you can't get past. Like,
well, and that's literally, for those that haven't caught the story, that is literally what happened to Flores. He had an interview lined up with the Giants, and Belichick was trying to reach out to Brian.
Congratulate the guy that's already hired.
Yeah, and trying to congratulate him.
Wild.
And Flores got the text. He's like, "Hold up, I'm interviewing tomorrow. You're telling me Dayball already got the job?" So yeah, a sham interview. So yeah, I do think it's a problem. I do think it rings hollow when the NFL talks about, we pride ourselves on our diversity into the core of everything that we do. I don't think the proof is in the pudding there. And also, I don't know the answer. I don't know exactly how you fix something like this. Again, this is not just football. You see this throughout society when it comes to hiring, and that's why things like affirmative action and everything else exists, is to try to overcome some of these kind of inherent and systemic barriers that are in place to these hires being made. So, look, that's my 2 cents on it. Again, I don't give a damn if you disagree. So I'm not even going to argue with you. I think it's obvious. That's just how I feel on it.
Yeah, I think we both talked about it before the show. Definitely, I think we have the same feeling about it.
Yeah, and I'm going to be very interested to see how the NFL handles this. Like, surely there's a lot of talk right now that Texas is going to hire Josh McCown. I know you're not going to hire Josh McCown. Now, like, you cannot. If you're going to sit here and tell me that you care about inclusion and diversity and all of these things, and you're going to tell me that Josh McCown, somebody who has never coached, is the best candidate for that job, I just cannot get behind that. I think that's
now the Texans have done some questionable things, and we'll see. But I'm right there with you. I mean, their whole process is kind of been out of control,
bro. And then we also didn't talk about. I mean, Stephen Ross allegedly, according to Flores, was paying him to tank, giving him $100K bonuses every game that they lost. I congratulate Brian Flores for taking a stand, because somebody has to. And as we saw, Kaepernick knows, the first person that does gets bloodied up a lot of times and ends up being dragged through the mud and all of these things. And they're going to be trying to dig every single skeleton that they can out of that man's closet. And it's why it's so important that he did things like leaving Stephen Ross's yacht when he wanted to have that meeting with the quarterback that would have been tampering. Like, now you can't use that against him. So
right.
Shout out to Coach Flores. I hope this works out for him, man. And because he's putting his career on the line here.
Yeah.
And that's got to be – I mean, we can all appreciate that would be very scary going toe-to-toe with an organization like the freaking NFL.
Right, but look, that's what he's doing right now. I mean, it's something he's passionate about. I mean, we can read his quote in a little bit. I know we got our guy Andre Anthony waiting to come on here so we can circle back to this, but there's so many different layers to this story that's going to be way more than just one 12-minute segment.
Andre, what's up, man? We got Andre Anthony live here in Mobile. What's going on, bro? Saw you in practice yesterday. Man? Very happy to have you here. It's funny. Oh, my bad. Let me get you up here to talk. We're good. Perfect. We just had Neil and Damone stop by.
Okay.
And it was fun because we were asking, they were like, nobody expected big years out of you two specifically, and then you had these great years. And what they talked about was in the offseason, you three getting together every single day.
Yeah, man, us three, we knew we was coming into, off last year, the year before last.
Yeah.
Coming off that season, we knew we had to improve on. So we just got together, man, and that's why our bond came so close. Like, a lot of guys ask, what guy you'll bring, to the league with you. They ask that question all the time.
Yeah.
And I say most of them because we have somewhat of the same story. How we ended up, Damone sat behind Patrick Quinn, Devin White, I said Arden Key, I sat behind, Kayla Tayson.
Yeah.
We all have our stories, and we all came into the position at the same time.
Right.
So we all came into ourselves as our own at the same time, too. So we both were just, regardless of with me with the injury, but Damone and Neil just kept it going.
Yeah,
as the season went on. So they shut all the doubters up. People who just was, doubting them, hating or whatever like that, they shut all that up quick.
Yeah, right.
Well, and it's so frustrating because, Andre, you were absolutely on that same path. You've been balling out the last couple of years. And then you got hit with, it's a part of football, but it is the most brutal part of football, right? Like, I've lost multiple years to injury, but you get hit with a knee injury at a time when, like I said, you were in the zone, you were peaking, you're kicking ass. You scored a touchdown.
Right. That's like a dream come true right there. In Tiger Stadium. Yeah.
So I don't want to bring up painful memories, man, but how have you been, how have you approached this whole thing? Because that's a hell of a blow to get dealt there.
I mean, it's been crazy. It's like a lot of injuries lately been ACLs. It's the year of the ACLs. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But taking in it, you just the process, it's a process, not trying to get down, people sometimes go through depression stages, stuff like that. Not trying to go to none of those dark places, just knowing where I need to be at for us right now, in season where I need to be for my team, also where I'm trying to figure out what I need to do for us, like rehab, make sure I'm still good.
Right.
And then still being around those guys. And then all season-wise, just preparing myself for the next level.
Yeah, well, what's the rehab going like? Because I've seen some videos you post, and it looks like you're pretty well ahead of schedule. No surprise that you would be there. And the advances they've made in the ACL. I mean, even since you, T-Bob, you tore yours, I mean, it is amazing how quickly you can get back. So kind of what's that timetable looking like for you?
So right now I'm 3 months post-op. Yeah. So I'm really ahead of schedule. I started jogging straight line a little bit on ground last Friday.
Yeah.
So I'm still a little early in the process, doing a lot of groundwork, you know what I'm saying, like that. Eventually I'm still like everything's going to be on ground for us getting back into those movements and stuff like that. But everything has been pretty good. Like, I'm ahead of schedule, but I'm not trying to rush it either. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure, and that's why I chose to stay at LSU, because I trust those guys.
Absolutely.
Like Bo, Mickey, Jack. I trust all those guys. Right. So, like, that's why I decided to do my training and rehab there, because I know they got the best interest at heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. Okay. Look, we got to go to break here. You good to hang out for a little bit? Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Hell yeah, man. We're gonna continue to chop it up. Andre, got a lot of what to talk about. Becoming a leader, kind of growth. I mean, here you have a player who stuck around in an age where people are kind of leaving left and right. So a ton to get to here on Off the Bench. Keep it locked on 104.5 ESPN.
OTB OT.
Go to allstartoyotabatonrouge.com, allstartoyota of batonrouge.com for all of your vehicular purchase needs. You want to buy a new vehicle, Toyota certified used vehicle. Doesn't matter if it's new or used, you'll get that Toyota Care warranty, which is awesome, man. You kind of customize the level of it to what you want. But whether you're leasing, whether you're buying, maybe you're just looking to rent. They have cheaper per-day rental prices than traditional rental companies, and the selection's awesome, man. So, you get your big old trucks with the Tundras, smaller truck Tacomas. I got a Camry, loves the Dan action, the minivan, you already know. AllStarToyotaBatonRouge.com.
Yeah, so many different options. T-Bob has obviously purchased a vehicle, he leased a vehicle. I have rented. I have currently in a lease right now. I mean, so many different options. They're going to make sure that you drive away from the dealership incredibly happy. But the rental process is something we tell you about every single day. You're not going to believe these prices. Every vehicle is there for the rental. Full fleet up. Check it out. Rent a Toyota at AllStarToyota of BatonRouge.com.
In times of need, get a full list of phone numbers, websites, and other important emergency information on the Demco Stormwatch page at 1045ESPN.com.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
To the heroes who are working tirelessly to care for our communities, we thank you. We will never forget the countless hours you dedicated on the front lines, choosing to risk your own health to fight for our friends, neighbors, and family members.
I mean, you guys are out on the front lines fighting it.
We are grateful for your heroic acts and unwavering spirit. Together, we are overcoming this adversity and make our state healthier and more vibrant again. Auctioner Health.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast office products.
Service Master Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact Service Master Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. Service Master Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from Barbecue
For a Wednesday edition of Early Line, as we recap LSU versus Ole Miss in basketball and keep looking ahead to Super Bowl 56 between the Rams and the Bengals. Early Line, 2 to 3 p.m., 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live from the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl, presented locally by CEI Custom Ecology Incorporated. OTB, OT, with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. Ooh, come in a little hot there. My bad. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to 104.5 ESPN Off the Bench. We are live here in Mobile. Shout out to Custom Ecology Incorporated having us out here, man. And shout out to Andre Anthony, who's came up here hanging out with us for this hour. And I'm sorry I went to the bathroom, so I don't know what you talk about. I apologize if I retread on anything that y'all were chatting up.
Hey,
but
it's good, man. I mean, you're the king of taking off-air conversation to the air, but you don't have any of that knowledge now, so you can just go ahead and do it.
Damn it, you're right. You dodged the bullet, Dre. No, look, I did want to ask you kind of what a tease going to the break there. You are someone who, and for those that don't know, Andre is an incredible leader. I remember you taking me aside during camp this year and telling me, like, look, the defense, like, we're getting it right. It's going to be, we're going to get it fixed this year. And that ended up being the case, right? But you're someone who had to find your way to that leadership, right? Like you said, you had to fight your way through the depth chart over the years. And it took years, and it eventually happened. But just what's your perspective when you see some of these younger cats, and I'm not blaming anyone. I get it, man. We're all trying to have playing time, right? It's the most valuable resource for a college football player. It's what you got to have. But what's kind of your perspective a little bit when you're seeing some of these cats nowadays and just how everybody's kind of bebopping all around?
Yeah, I mean, some guys nowadays, they just don't want to sit it out, wait it out. You know, everybody's process is different. Everybody want to rush the process nowadays. You know, like I said, the process for me was learning, sit and learn. I'm learning behind Art and Key. Yeah. You know, those guys, like Caleb Wan, like I'm learning behind those guys. So when it was time for me to step in my own and my opportunity, and that's another big thing, take advantage of the opportunity. Yeah. You know, some guys get the opportunity and don't know what to do with it. It's like a shock. Like, no, I already prepared myself for this moment. So when I got there, you know, I'm talking like guys like Caleb, like, look, it's your job now. What you gonna do with it? Yeah. So it's just like, man, taking advantage of that opportunity. Like, it's my time. You know, I waited my turn. So now I got to make the most of it, and that's what I did. And then just stepping into that leadership role, like I grew into that. Like everybody a leader in different ways, in their own way. You know, some guys are that vocal guy. Some guys are the guys that let me talk to you to the side, T-Bob. You know what I'm saying? Let me. I ain't gonna make a big scene. You know, some guys don't need that. You know, just knowing my players, knowing my guys, and how to work with them and be that leader. You know, without doing too much. Sometimes you might have to. Right. Some guys need that. Some guys you just need to pull to the side and just knowing that's what makes a great leader, knowing your players, knowing your brothers, you know what I'm saying? So
do you, and so when you've been talking to NFL guys and everything in teams, and I know exactly what the process like right now, but do you feel that Are they seeing that, right? Because we do talk about a lot of intangibles, and at this point, everybody can play. So a lot of times the dividing factors are like leadership, toughness, playbook, ability to get all that. Like, are you finding that is that translating for you? Do you think these teams are kind of aware of kind of that role that you played?
Yeah, they find the information out one way or other.
That's
one
hey, good point.
That's regardless of. I'm having guys that own businesses or bars saying this scout called me. I just got a relationship asking how is Andre Anthony, how is it? Obviously, they go back to high school.
Yeah.
They call me their coaches, teachers. They find out their information. They gonna want to know what kind of guy you are. So, and what a lot of people, your character, character guys. Is he a locker room guy? What kind of leader is he? Stuff like that. So, they find a way, some way, somehow to figure out who you are. They want to make sure they invest in that money.
Listen to this, because exactly what you're saying here. So I was talking with a former NFL longtime GM yesterday, and these are the links that they go. They said they'd bring rookies in, for a visit, and they would do things on purpose, like bring them the wrong food to see how they reacted to the way.
Wow, that's nefarious.
Bringing the wrong food, are you going to just accept it and be okay with it? Are you going to be a baby about it? Are you going to handle it in a manner like, excuse me, sir, this is the – how are you going to handle it? And they
because I would just accept it. You think that's also a bit of a negative? You don't want to be a jerk, but then you also have to
he said it would be a negative if you just accept it. You're just okay with things that are wrong.
I would have taken it.
They even said the people that would come around and refill your water, those were actually people that are personnel of the team. And they want to hear the conversations that you and your boy are having at the table. You think it's just somebody pouring you a glass of water. No, somebody that worked for that team. Right. And they want to see, man, I don't want to be here. Any of that kind of conversation or what are they talking about? And he said they would bring them in, and they'd also put them at a hotel that right across the street was from one of the nightclubs. And they would put people at the front of the nightclub and see if any of those rookies would go into that nightclub because the music was so loud. And they'd put them on the first floor of the hotel to entice them to go over there and be able to hear the music.
They go to, and I heard definitely stories even out here right now you gotta be on your P's and Q's.
Yeah.
Regardless of where you at. You know what I'm saying? Who you meet, somebody come talk to you. If you're out eating, especially with all the scouts and stuff out here, man, you gotta, and not even that, like he said, I'm talking about the waitresses, they have nothing to do with NFL. But they going back. Oh,
that's entrapment. They set me up to
fail. But they want to know. They want to know.
You're an investment.
And that's the thing. They want to know everything. How you treat people. How you act when stuff don't go.
The person.
Well,
So the person that picks you up.
Great in that regard, Andre.
Oh, he's. I don't
think anybody said anything negative.
Andre is
about you,
always on. That's just who he is. So you don't have to worry about it. But even the people that pick you up from the airport. People just assume it's like a runner. It's actually like a scout within the department that wants to have that easy conversation with you to kind of feel you out to see what you're doing.
And I was telling, me and Damone and Neil was talking yesterday. It's crazy because it took me my mom it took her for a minute to get used to all this people coming up to you wanting to autograph or talk to you. We out eating family dinner. They want to. I can't just tell them go ahead. No, I don't know. I'm eating. You see me eating. I can't do that. I can't be that guy.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You have to take your time to talk to them. Look, I'm eating with my family, but look, if you want to autograph, you want to take a quick picture.
I've always viewed that as grassroots advertising in a way, because you know how it is. Everybody, okay, you're talking about a celebrity or something, and somebody's like, oh, I met him, or I had a friend that met him. I heard he was a jerk. That stuff spreads, right? So you just you be very nice to everybody, be very kind, be very real. Just be cool. Just be a good human being. Give the time of day, and then you get a great reputation. Which, if anybody listen, you already see that Andre. Obviously, this is him. This is real. This is not
social
fake.
media. It's crazy. As soon as you blow somebody off, it's Andre Anthony's a dickhead. Real quick. You know what I'm saying? You get DM quick.
Dude.
They going straight to social media with everything. So you just got to be real careful, especially in this process. Where you at, especially when you're on a pedestal. You just got to be careful. And then sometimes it's just me naturally. I'm never really a dickhead or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm showing love to everybody, no matter who it is.
So what do you think the next what kind of the next few months look like? Obviously, rehab. Again, I get so frustrated for you because it's the timing of it, and obviously that's one of the biggest mental hurdles to overcome is the timing of it, because you're having to come back at a time when you're trying to be physically peaking. So kind of what do the next few months look like?
So next few months are just rehab, hardcore, making sure I'm ready. Come pro day, at least to be doing some type of running,
Okay.
cutting, stuff like that. It's just like pounding the pavement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready for camp come that time, stuff like that. So it's just making sure I'm ready. Not like I said, not rushing anything, because like I don't want to go out and mess nothing up or make something worse. Like I want to make sure I'm 100% ready, back to my own, back to myself, so I can really get out there and show, like, put my best foot forward. So like I said, these next few months are just like hardcore, like, man, rehabbing, strengthening, and all that, and then also mental stuff, getting on the board, stuff like that, getting back into like play, but just keeping my mind fresh,
keeping football and like the X's and O's of football fresh at the top of the mind. And what about this, Andre? With your time at LSU, it's been well documented, so I don't want to go into it too much, but like last year during the summer, I know it was a little when a lot of social justice reform was taking place and a lot of people taking action. There was a bit of a breakdown between the staff and the players in some ways, and that was something that obviously kind of had to be healed over time. What was it like, not just kind of going through all of that, but being a leader and all that, and kind of what did you learn, and where did you kind of end up?
I think at that time it was for us as players, it was a good time for us to really come together as a group. With everything going on with the Black Lives Matter and stuff like that, we really came together. It was something, and what the disconnect was the fact that we chose to do it on our own. Like it wasn't no big team meeting that we want the coaches, and like, no, this is something we as players came together in the locker room on our own. Like, this is what we're gonna do. We standing on it. Whoever want to come. You know what I'm saying? But this is something that we want to do. Like, we had some people who might want to input or want to hear about it, or y'all should have told us or something like. But no, this is for us. You know what I'm saying? This was about us. Especially our age group, our generation. Like, this is for us. So not only that, just brought us together as a team, like even more. And then once that happened, we had those uncomfortable conversations with the people that we need to have those conversations with, whether it was staff, administration, coaches, like whatever. We had those conversations, and that it also helped other teams and wherever else, not just at LSU, but wherever, like, have those uncomfortable conversations with. Let them know how you feel. Let them know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people, you just can't have a blind eye to it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if it's like, oh, yeah, it's about football, it's about basketball. Like, no, we're dealing with this outside of here. Like, when we come here, obviously, it's a safe place. But outside of that, we don't know what the hell is going on. You know what I'm saying? So we need to have this. You need to understand where we're coming from. So, and that's what happened. And we got what we needed to get out of it, because we had those conversations.
And you feel like growth took place, like through those uncomfortable conversations.
Exactly. And we laid it on the table how we felt. It may not have been something they liked or wanted to hear, but they were open to hear it. Because they knew, like, it's going to be not so much a this way or no way, but it's just like we need to, like, something needs to be done. And if nothing's done, then we got to just take our next step in making sure it's done, or somebody get something done. So it was just a great process, like I said, for us, and then not just for the players, but administration and coaches and stuff, just to all, like, to come together at one, to hear, to talk, dialogue. Like, it was just like, it was a big thing. And like, as a group, we just and not, like I said, not only just football, but other sports too. You know what I'm saying? So we all came together as one, like, team, as like LSU. And obviously we saw that across, everybody doing it. You know what I'm saying? Some people, we felt like it was a lot of fake stuff. Like I said, because it's something we chose to do on our own.
It wasn't calculated. The press wasn't out there.
No, exactly. Like, some people, like, if we would have, it would have been that. If we would have.
There were some coaches, like, leading the way with, like, camera. Like, cameras everywhere. We know what we're talking about.
Exactly. We know what we're talking about. So you know what I'm talking about. So it's like, come on now. But and we looking at that like, come on, like, look at this.
Man, that's incredible. And I mean, whatever, at a time where, like, we're kind of struggling to have these conversations, I think that in a weird way, like, LSU is kind of a microcosm of ideally how you would want it to play out. Where it's not just perfect and easy from the beginning. You have to kind of.
But you got to have those conversations.
You got to end up getting there.
And then, like I said, it's for some people, they just want to understand. Some people, it was a time for people who don't say nothing to actually say something. Like,
it's a great point.
On their mind. Exactly. Like, it took like the.
They
like
think
I
they're
said,
doing the right thing because they're not saying anything.
Exactly.
The fact that it's a great point.
Well, and so I mean, I guess in some ways this is tied up in it, but I even kind of remove it from that scenario because, like you said, that growth and everything took place, everybody came together. But we sit here, we're in a new era of LSU football. Brian Kelly's head coach. Really, it's kind of crazy too. Like, even a lot of the people that we knew in that building now are gone. Like, it's like the first full reset really since like 2000. Yeah, right.
Real reset.
So UNO had such a close relationship for so many years and kind of came in together in a lot of ways. How do you want O to be remembered by LSU fans?
I mean, the culture. You know, he came in. I mean, he won us a national championship.
Yeah.
You know, it was a process. You know, the first 2 years leading into that, we went like 9-3, then went 10-3.
Yeah.
10-2 or whatever like that. Then we won a natty. It was a process. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The process to the last 2 years here, like recently, hasn't been also great. But I mean, we were still like, come on now, like after the natty, we lost like 19.
Yeah,
Then
exactly.
the year, like we thinking, you know, like I'm telling you, like man, we about to be like we're back on top damn near, and we lose all these starters.
Yeah.
So we, you know what I'm saying, like it was just like a lot of stuff you couldn't expect to happen. Like, you didn't expect none of this to happen.
I mean, Tyler Shelvin and Jamar Chase just started in the AFC Championship, and you should have had them, right?
Yeah,
like they should have been on your defense or on your team, and then they weren't. So
it was just like a lot of stuff, like a lot of unexpected stuff. Like you couldn't, Coach O couldn't do nothing. We couldn't do nothing about it because we didn't know it was gonna happen. Like I said, with all the injuries last year, it's like we were kind of depleted, but still go out and play great games versus Bama, like those top teams. Like I mean, we still found the way somehow to come together and still like push forward, regardless of who we had out. We were still doing what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? So
and to your point too, look, and then offensively, obviously, like the coaches had to figure some things out, and there's some struggles there. But the defense, man, bounced back in a big way.
Incredible
this year. I know that had to make you proud.
Hey, that's to change like that, like in a bye week, to change like your scheme, and then to come out playing like they did.
Like I said, we talked as a team, like I had a meeting with them, like I said, the Florida game.
Yeah.
But like just to see that whole turnaround, man, was like incredible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they finally, regardless, it wasn't like nobody. Okay, it don't matter who we had out like no more. Like that didn't matter no more. Like this is who we got. This is who we're gonna play with. We're still brothers. We're still a team.
I don't mean this disrespectful in any way, but you went into Alabama. You started 2 former Nickel State colonels against Alabama, but you never heard any of y'all talking about it. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
That wasn't your worry. Your worry wasn't like we don't care that they might not have been expected to play at this time.
Exactly.
This is who we got,
and we got to play with who we got.
Right.
So it's either we gonna nut up. We just we gonna like let's be real.
Straight up. Yeah.
Like, I mean those last 4 games. You talk about Bama
because it could have got worse.
Yeah, you talking about Bama.
Absolutely.
It could spiraled.
It could have went.
It could have spiraled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just regardless of win or loss, it's just how the defense as a whole just played.
Yeah. And
gave you a chance to win every game.
Exactly. Every game.
Yeah,
every
Bama,
game.
Arkansas, certainly.
What
they did to them.
What do you hope happens with Durante Jones? How's it playing for Coach Jones?
I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure he's gonna like land a job.
Yeah, I mean he'll get a job somewhere, but I guess like how was it? Because this was such a big opportunity for him, and he did really well. It's just that he was almost like a casualty of just the overall turn. It was like circumstance almost in a way,
and that's really what it was. And then like with Brian coming hitting that reset, like he cleaned house.
Yeah,
he cleaned house out. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously like guys like. Like Baker and Andre Carter, like
how was it working with Coach Carter? He seems awesome.
We talk all the time. He's just trying to see what's opening up, looking at his options and stuff like that. But it's like guys like that, you wish could have. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, Andre Carter like probably by far one of the best D-line coaches.
I could sense that out of the D-line this year, man, for sure.
Yeah, so it's like man, like he's by far one of the.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, he did a great job. I mean, at that point before you had your injuries, you were leading the country in sacks, like as a team, right? And then like you look at what Blake Baker did with Damone, with Baskerville to raise their level of play. I mean, that's some tough decisions not to bring those guys back.
So it was like, but I mean, I get it. He wanted to bring in, his own people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but it's just a new atmosphere, a new I guess probably a new culture.
Yeah, because you're there every day.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm rehabbing.
Yeah, you've seen it firsthand.
Exactly. So I think the only people from the national championship team, it's only probably like 3 people on staff.
Yeah.
It's like it seems like the training room made into G-string.
You got G-string, you got Mickey, and you got Derek.
Yeah.
G-string, dude.
Because even Coach Monfort, I mean, somebody that we never thought would not be at LSU.
Yeah.
You know?
G-string's like a cockroach, man. You can't kill that man, dude. I mean, you can have a nuclear bomb drop on Baton Rouge, and he'll still be handing out shoulder pads and helmets and whatnot.
Man,
oh man.
Yes, but it's crazy, man. It's just like it's just a whole bunch of new faces everywhere.
Wow, weird,
everywhere.
Man. And so you've been there, what, 5 years or 6 years now?
6.
6.
Like it's crazy. Me and O came in together, and we went out together like that.
Damn.
Yeah. So it was definitely crazy.
Look, we've gone very long here, but Andre, I really can't thank you enough, man. This was awesome, dude. And obviously, everybody's rooting for you. The chat freaking loves you. They're going crazy, but everybody's rooting for you. You got dealt a very bad hand, but
I never heard him complain one
that's
time.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna win in the end. Yeah. Whatever it is, wherever it is, in whatever it is, you're gonna win in the end. So thank you so much, Dre, for real, man.
Yeah, appreciate it, Dre.
Guys, man.
All right, when we get back here, more OTB closing out this hour. Keep it locked. 104.5 ESPN.
OTB, OT. Our listeners fire off their opinions on the jimsfirearms.net hotline at 499-1045. Keep listening for your next chance to shoot us your thoughts with the jimsfirearms.net hotline on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Before we begin any electrical work here, we perform a home safety check that begins at your electrical panel to make sure that you and your family are safe. For all your upgrades, installations, and repairs, call Mr. Electric.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
This is a house call. This is a follow-up appointment. This is a diabetes checkup. This isn't just more convenient care, it's more advanced care. This is innovating healthcare at Louisiana's #1 hospital, Auctioner.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Are you a licensed contractor? There's lots of good contractors in Louisiana doing work the right way, but unfortunately, too many unlicensed contractors are working outside the licensing requirements. Working as a contractor in Louisiana requires a license for the company doing the work. The Louisiana State Licensing Board for Contractors wants to help you get licensed to allow you to conduct work legally. It's not difficult to get the license. We can help you. Go to lacontractor.org for more information. Licensed contractors, it's the law.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast.
Moscona inviting you to join us for Wednesday's Hump Day AFR, presented by Pluckers. It's National Signing Day. We'll recap the madness, and we'll recap LSU, Ole Miss, and hoops. Join us 3 to 6, 104.5 ESPN, Baton Rouge.
Won't you take me to Funky Town? Won't you take me to Funky Town?
Live from the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl, presented locally by CEI Custom Ecology Incorporated. OTB, OT, with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. T-Bob, Jake Rivers hanging out here on site. Shout out Custom Ecology Incorporated getting us out here to the Senior Bowl. Very excited, very thankful, because it's been a ton of fun here for reasons like that. I think Andre Anthony is probably the best player interview I've ever had in my entire life. I mean, he was amazing, dude. That man is going to be successful in no matter what he chooses to do. And you know, I mean, hopefully football, right? I mean, like, he is someone, you know what he is, Jake? He is a player who is definitely always going to be, at least in this draft process, super undervalued by kind of the general public and media. But the coaches, when you sit down with that cat, like, you know that's him. He's a foxhole guy. He's somebody that you want in the foxhole with you, dude.
No,
like,
he absolutely is.
You want that guy on your roster.
He absolutely is. I've said it every time I've ever interviewed him.
It's unbelievable, dude.
We did a film room together, as I was telling you during the break. He knocked it out of the park. You could tell this guy knows more than just the basics of football. And he's going to – whatever he wants to do. Honestly, like, whatever that guy wants to do, he's going to be really good at it and going to thrive in it. I hope he gets a chance. Obviously, he wants to play. He put enough tape out there, I think, this year. He'll definitely get an opportunity.
Yeah, he's going to get an opportunity.
Yeah, it's very.
For sure.
I mean, I think he's a very draftable player if he doesn't get injured, but we'll see with the injury where he kind of ends up. But he's going to get an opportunity, and he'll make the most out of it. But he could take our jobs if he wanted to.
He's probably. I mean, yeah. But he's one of the guys too where if he does end up going the UDFA route, which seems like it could be the case, that's undrafted free agent. Whoever gets him is getting big value. Because you're going to get a player that from a skill standpoint on the field is actually better than that. But then also, as we just listen, if you called that, I mean, if you called that interview, he's just awesome, man. Okay, so it looks like LSU has picked up their first commitment of the day from Waxahachie, Texas. There's an old radio show. The guy used to always say that.
I don't know. I like that, though.
Waxahachie, Texas. Quarterback Jalen Davis Robinson out of Texas coming to LSU, called LSU one of his dream schools, now heading to Baton Rouge. That comes from Matthew Brune, who this is the new guy on the Go 247 LSU beat. But yeah, so the first one in the books. Harold Perkins going at 3, and Jacoby Matthews going at 6 tonight. Billy Napier did tweet a emoji of sunglasses.
That could be for someone else.
It probably is for someone else,
Could
right?
be.
It would make sense. I don't think that Nate would be trying to scoop his prize recruits announcement before 3 p.m. But, you know, it is Cruton Day, so those are the type of things that we are reading entirely too much into. I like to read about GeauxRoof.com, 927-8300. That Segway was a little leaky, to be sure, some cracks in it. Well, that's why if it was a roof, that Segway, if it was, I would call Go Roof. 978-800 to get a free professional estimate. Let me know exactly where I stand. Everybody's license bond insured, and a 2-year workmanship guarantee on top of the manufacturer warranty once the work is done. So, beautiful new roof every shingle time. GoRoof.com. Hit them with the roofs up. All right, when we get back here on OTB, we're going to close out the show with a quick little Ask the Bench. Keep it locked.
OTB, OT.
The T-Bob just finished a World War I book on his Peloton. A lot of foxhole talk lately. No, I'm just here in the whatever. It's the meathead in me. It's coming out with all this football around. Go to AggiTempBR.com, AggiTempBR.com. All of your AC, heating, and electrical needs. You want to go to AggiTemp, where it's just the best, man. Service to the highest degree, and they mean that. Look at the online reviews. Schedule a time with AggiTemp. Ask about the Star Club membership, where every 6 months they come and check on your system, make sure it's good to go for free, so you avoid any catastrophic issues down the road. They can save you time. They can save you money. It's an incredible customer experience. Go to AggiTempBR.com.
Yeah, once you go to the site, you can be able to have a conversation with them. Like, of course, if you want to schedule a phone call, you can do that as well. You can have a text thread, but they have a chat set up right there on their homepage. They've got a BOGO deal. Buy any AC, get a free heater right now. You can also see that at AggiTempBR.com, AggiTempBR.com.
We opened up the playbook and expanded our coverage. Listen daily in high definition on 98.1 HD2. We are 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
At All-Star Toyota, you get it all. If you're in the market for an all-new Toyota vehicle, come see our friendly and knowledgeable sales team at All-Star Toyota. Located in Baton Rouge at the corner of Airline and Goodwood, we've been serving our community since 2005 by offering a large selection of new Toyota cars, trucks, and SUVs. Get behind the wheel of your dream car and take a test drive at All-Star Toyota today.
You know Miller Lite only has one more calorie, right?
Good choice.
This isn't just another day. It's so much more. Kelly's life was put on hold when her auctioneer primary care doctor discovered a rare blood disorder. Her doctor connected her to an auctioneer care team of cancer, heart, and kidney specialists. With multiple primary care locations around Baton Rouge, same-day appointments, and online scheduling, we're relentless about keeping you healthy. Auctioneer Baton Rouge, innovating healthcare for Kelly.
ServiceMaster Elite create clean, disinfected work environments. As a local business, we take pride in serving the New Orleans and Baton Rouge areas. Our cleaning protocols follow CDC and OSHA standards for healthcare settings, offices, senior living, restaurants, and industrial plants. Contact ServiceMaster Elite to get your operation ready for reopening with germ disinfection cleaning. ServiceMaster Elite, the trusted choice in professional cleaning since 1996.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Eli's always been into grilling. It took us a while to see it, but the signs were there.
What are you doing, Eli?
I knew grilling was my thing. I have been talking about it throughout my career.
Happy with the results?
I am. Got the new grill from barbecueguys.com. It performed great.
My advice, as I always told my boys,
do more of what you're born to do.
Barbecue Guys, for those who were born to grill.
You want cheese on your burger, Pops?
I'll take a little cheese.
Jimmy out for Game Time, presented by Bet Rivers. Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. from City Slice Pints and Pizza near campus, just outside the north gates of LSU. Game Time, presented by Bet Rivers on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Live from the 2022 Reese's Senior Bowl, presented locally by CEI Custom Ecology Incorporated. OTB, OT, with Hester and T-Bob on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge and 94.7 ESPN Alexandria.
All right, time for a little Ask the Bench, brought to you by Cole Kurzweil, Visit Hotels, Blue Moon Light Sky Citrus Suite. With the commitment still out there, what's a legit number you'd be happy for LSU to get? I don't think I'm married to the number. I just think if you you don't have to. Winning the Harold Perkins thing would be a huge statement here early on in the Brian Kelly era.
Yep, I agree. That's you got one, but that's the big one.
Yeah. Like if you got everybody
There's a couple
else.
big ones. Look, you get three. You get three, and it's including the two that we talked about earlier. That's a great day.
That's and also we shouldn't discount Jacoby Matthews. I mean,
No,
he's
we're
the
not.
top
That's what
player
I'm
in
saying.
Louisiana. Yeah,
for
you're
sure.
right. No, you're right.
Yeah.
I was doing that. I don't mean to put that on you. Ask the Bench, including the promo offer. How much is your mobile sportsbook app up or down since last Friday? Imagine that. I'm still down because gambling sucks, and that's why they give you promos, because they know you're just going to get this cheap nut, and then you're going to end up just losing it all.
That's fine.
Are you up since last weekend?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you had a big parlay too recently, didn't you?
Yeah.
That'll go for a little while.
It will.
That will allow you to play many more parlays.
It does. It does. That it does.
Ask the Bench. Too heavy here with the death question. Would you let Gordon win in Big Cat if it meant more NIL money? No, I can't do it. I can't. If I got beat by Gordon, that would.
Would you let Big Fave beat you if he wrote a song about you?
I'm not letting anybody win.
Okay.
I'm not letting anybody win.
Okay.
I may lose. I'm not saying I'm not gonna that could happen.
Right. But you're not letting them win.
Nobody. I'm going balls
you
to
can't
the
do
wall.
that. You can't do
I'm
it.
trying to win this thing, man.
Yeah, we're too prideful.
Hashtag Ask the Bench. Would you rather be eaten alive by wolves or eat another human alive?
No, I'm surviving. I mean.
Oh wait, which one? Oh wait, here. Okay, go now.
Who knows what mic I have? No, I'm going to eat someone for sure.
Yeah, because in one scenario you're diving, right? So
Yeah. And not even just dying, you're dying slowly.
Ooh, eating someone alive is pretty mean though, because they're gonna be like, please stop.
Look, the question's not great. It is what it is.
I think you got to kill them first, and then you eat them.
Yeah, but the whole thing is you got to eat them alive.
That's not
It's like,
the rule.
can I get a kneecap? No.
It's so chewy.
OTB, OT.
I feel like I would taste really good, but that's just me. You know what else is really good? Patient Plus Urgent Care. Open 9 to 9. They got locations popping up all throughout the city. I love Patient Plus. Y'all saw my horrible hand burn that we were all very concerned about, and I thank you for your concern.
Yeah.
That happened at night.
Thoughts and prayers.
That happened at night, and I'm like, where am I going to go? Oh, hello. I go to Patient Plus. I get a local injection for the pain. They give me a great burn cream, and it made it awesome, actually. I didn't have any extended issues with it, but that's just representative of what you get from Patient Plus. It was the treatment that you need when you need it, and the facilities are so nice, y'all. Go to Patient Plus Urgent Care.
Yeah, PatientPlusUC.com is the website. This is something that you can use as a great tool to see exactly what they have going on. Like, their hours are now back 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. every single day. They've gone down to 9 to 7, now back open 9 to 9 p.m. Walk-ons always welcome over at Patient Plus. Check them out again, PatientPlusUC.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756